Introduction. What does low carb mean? What are whole foods? What is a low carb diet? A low carb diet is any eating plan that restricts carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are nutrient compounds found in a wide assortment of foods, both nutritious and unhealthful, including grains, veggies, dairy products, potatoes, fruit, pasta, soda, sugar and sweets. The most well-known types of carbs are sugar, fiber and starch. The amount of carbs an individual can consume on a low-carb diet differs greatly. The goal is to find the number that works for you and makes you feel satisfied and energized. Carbs are typically around 20% or less of a person's daily caloric intake. The typical 2,000 calorie diet allows around 100 grams of carbs per day. In most low-carb diets, refined grains, white flour, white pasta, etc., and added sugars are considered, for the most part, unhealthy, but not totally untouchable. Numerous low-carb diet plans exist, including Atkins, Zone Diet, Zero Carb, Low Carb Mediterranean, South Beach, Paleo, and many more. Although these diets are different, they all restrict dietary sugars and rely heavily on protein and fats as the main sources of calories. Diets low in carbs are very popular at the moment. People who cut back on carbs report feeling more energetic, while their desire for carb-heavy foods drops. Low-carb diets are easy to follow, since it does not require a strict diet plan or calorie counting. Additionally, most people lose a lot of weight on a low-carb diet, which makes it more appealing than other diets. Indeed, any diet will work as long as you maintain a calorie deficit. But there are a few problems with calorie cutting. Hunger is the most obvious problem. When individuals drastically cut calories, they become hungry. Nobody likes to feel hungry, regardless of whether it's only for a few hours or long term. No matter how much you want to get in shape, you will ultimately succumb to hunger. This leads to the yo-yo effect. In a continuing cycle, you lose weight, only to gain it back, and then attempt to lose it again. Low-carb diets have a significant advantage over diets that restrict calories largely due to biochemical responses. By limiting carbs, you decrease your body's production of insulin. As a result, a higher percentage of glucose is used as fuel instead of stored as fat. Allowing leptin to alert you when you've eaten enough, you feel satisfied with less food. Simple carbs, however, increase your hunger. So although low-carb dieters aren't strictly counting calories, they eat fewer calories because they feel less hungry. Recent studies have shown that individuals who restrict their carbs consume fewer calories and burn more calories at rest than those who consume high-carb diets. A low-carb diet can boost your metabolism while reducing your desire to eat, allowing you to eat less and burn more. How to lose weight on a low-carb diet. If you want to be successful on a low-carb diet, you must first understand what carbs are, which foods contain them, and the difference between simple carbs, bad carbs, and complex carbs, good carbs. Even though carbs have a bad reputation, some are in fact essential for good health. Good carbs, vs. bad carbs. Good carbs are high in fiber, whereas bad carbs are low in fiber. The stomach breaks down all carbs into sugar, glucose, the body's energy source. Carbs that contain little fiber digest more quickly than carbs that contain a lot. The faster glucose enters the bloodstream, the quicker your blood sugar level spikes. Complex carbs are those that are packed with fiber and nutrients. Complex carbohydrates digest more slowly due to their fiber content, preventing outrageous spikes in blood sugar levels that lead to insulin resistance and leptin resistance. Carbohydrates are a vital energy source for the body, contain many essential nutrients, and are the body's only source of fiber. Complex carbohydrates are plant foods that are minimally processed, such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, and are loaded with vitamins and fiber that offer a variety of health benefits. Fiber reduces the absorption of other nutrients eaten at the same meal, including carbohydrates, preventing blood sugar spikes and reducing spikes in insulin production and leptin resistance. Fiber also helps you feel full for a longer period of time with fewer calories. Whole grains, beans, vegetables and fruits are all excellent sources of carbohydrates. The following foods are good sources of carbs: non-starchy vegetables, kale, cabbage, broccoli, spinach, cucumbers. Beans and legumes, kidney beans, white beans, peanuts. Whole grains, oats, brown rice, millet, bulgur. Non-starchy fruits, berries, watermelons, citrus fruits, grapes, peaches, apples. Simple carbs are plant food sources that are heavily refined and stripped of their fiber and nutrients. This includes refined sugars and grains like white flour and white rice. White potatoes, some vegetables and a few fruits also fall into this category, since they are high in sugars and starch, but low in fiber and nutrients. Unfortunately, these foods offer little nutritional value. They are empty calories that spike glucose levels, triggering the cycle leading to weight gain. You should avoid the following carbs: white rice, white flour, white potatoes. Despite the fact that simple carbohydrates provide fast energy to the body, it's a waste if you're not running a marathon or engaging in a strenuous activity. The best low-carb diets are those that eliminate simple carbs. You should limit carbohydrates from complex carbs to a level that provides the necessary fiber and nutrients, but does not cause extreme blood sugar spikes. Low-carb dieting focuses on drastically reducing or eliminating bad carbs from your diet and consuming good carbs in moderate amounts to reap their nutritional benefits. What are whole foods? Do you remember the 4 food groups? As a child, I mastered these, and surprisingly, at that time, having no understanding of calories, nutrients or minerals, I understood the suggestions immediately. I was so young, but it was so easy. You could look at the food pyramid in a split second and assess whether your meal was nutritious. What did you eat? Meat, dairy, fruits, vegetables, and bread. Meatloaf, potatoes, a glass of milk, and broccolini made the ideal meal. While the healthful food pyramid has improved, all you need to know about is the 4 food groups. My intention is to make nutrition even more understandable, if I can. Let me break it down further. These are the 3 food groups. Animal-based products, whole plants, refined plant fragments. Most things in the grocery store can be categorized into one of these food groups by asking 2 questions. Is it derived from plants or animals? Is it a plant that you might see on a tree, bush, or farmland? Here are a few obvious examples. Cheddar cheese. It's made from cow's milk, so it's animal-derived. Cookies. It's not animal-based, and it's not a plant, so it's probably a mix of refined plant fragments. Apple. It's located in the produce section and a fruit. It looks like it was picked moments before it hit the shelf. Animals and plants are simple groups. In the case of refined plant fragments, it becomes a little more complicated. What do I mean by refined? The term refined refers to the isolation of specific components of the original plant through mechanical or chemical means. For example, you can start with an orange pulled from a tree and sent to a processing plant. The orange is sliced and placed in a diffusing machine, where the water separates the sugar from the fibrous material. The pulp is processed into animal feed. Chemicals are added to the raw juice to remove impurities, and then gases can be bubbled through the juice to remove even more impurities. The liquid is then heat-treated, dried and crystallized to produce sugar. During the processing of the orange, almost all of its components and nutrients of the original plant are removed, leaving only sugar, a single fragment of the original plant. The cookies in our example above contain sugar, oil, white flour and possibly other ingredients, which are simply an isolated fragment of the original plant. There are different levels of processing, which makes everything a little complicated. Oils and sugar are the final products. These are usually only parts of a whole plant. There are, however, healthy foods in your store, like brown pasta. It is made from whole grain brown rice, possibly with rice bran and other ingredients. These ingredients, which are mostly whole plants, are ground into brown pasta. Although it has been partially rebuilt, the food's main ingredients are whole plants, so you could consider it almost like a whole plant. Ready meals are another area of confusion. These usually contain a combination of all three food groups. A frozen meal, for example, might have refined white flour, processed plant part, beef, animal product, and vegetables, whole plant part. Perhaps it also contains tomato sauce, a relatively unprocessed form of tomato, whole plant, oil, refined plant fragment, salt, and spices. As with most traditional frozen foods, the calories are mainly from refined plant fragments, white flour, oils, and animal products, dairy, poultry, beef, etc., with a small percentage of unprocessed whole plants, vegetables. Learning to think of food in terms of these three groups takes practice. However, once you begin to think about food in this way, it becomes effortless to decide which foods to eat and which to avoid. Whole plants such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains and starches and legumes have been shown to benefit nearly every organ system in the body. What foods should you avoid? Refined plant fragments. A whole food diet means choosing foods that are in or as close to their natural state as possible. There is nothing more inspiring than fresh seasonal ingredients, from a handful of crisp leafy green spinach or a vibrant orange pumpkin to delicious almonds and beans. Turning these healthy ingredients into a nutritious and tasty meal don't take much. A whole foods diet does not include refined, processed or artificial ingredients. Whole foods are packed with flavor and nutrients, and they have the power to boost your health. When you cook with whole foods, you get the maximum nutrition that nature intended. And when foods are prepared properly, their nutritional value increases. By cooking whole foods, you become inspired by the natural ingredients surrounding you. The key to a successful meal is using high-quality ingredients, proven cooking methods, and a repertoire of recipes that become second nature. Mastering a few essential recipes and techniques is key to successful whole food cooking. Recipes that can be modified to suit the ingredients and produce you have on hand. No matter what the season, whole foods are always available. Following complicated recipes can be frustrating and time-consuming when you're busy with the complexities of life. In Chapter 3, you'll find simple and practical recipes you're sure to love. By learning some essential recipes, you will not only be able to prepare healthy meals, but you will also gain confidence in the kitchen. Preparing meals in batches is a cost-effective solution to our time-crunched lives. It is also a secure way to ensure a constant supply of nutritious food, regardless of your daily needs. Cooking isn't something we all enjoy doing. However, learning a few simple cooking techniques can significantly improve your health. You can prepare healthy and sustaining meals when you have a fridge stocked with essential whole food ingredients and a few seasonal vegetables. Preparing food with ingredients straight from nature does more than just nourish you. It connects you to the environment and allows you to be creative with flavors, hues, and textures. You can fine-tune your intuition, and it helps bring friends and families together. I hope this book will help you do just that. What to avoid? Sugar. Let's start with the not-so-glamorous substance that's scientifically proven to be addictive. Sugar. Powell, 2022. Sugar is a high-density energy calorie without any of the nutrients found in whole foods, such as vitamins, fiber, minerals, essential fatty acids, or protein. It is incredibly addictive, and research lab rats that eat food containing sugar and fat consume more calories overall and gain more weight. Lafleur et al., 2013. There is evidence that humans have a tendency to do the same thing. Sugar consumption is associated with higher calorie intake, obesity, diabetes, kidney stones, gout, tooth decay, hypertension, high cholesterol levels and lower protein, fiber and vitamin intakes. NHS, 2022. Soy. Soybean is another common refined plant. From oil to flour to tofu, soy products are entirely different from sugar, but they are everywhere. In most grocery stores, 30 years ago, soybean-based meat and dairy farm replacements were rare. However, as more and more people have adopted a plant-based diet, soy products have skyrocketed in supply. Many types of milk, cheeses, frozen desserts and meat substitutes are made from soybeans. Pre-packaged frozen meals such as sandwiches, tacos and pizzas also contain these products. While soy is the main ingredient, many of those products also have oils, refined flours or wheat protein. Consequently, people can eat a diet without animal products while still satisfying their cravings for them. This can be extremely helpful if you are just starting to switch to a plant-based diet. It allows you to try out some non-meat foods without having to change your entire taste buds overnight. Both vegetarians and herbivores enjoy the convenience and taste of these soy products, explaining their popularity. The problem is these convenient soy products are ultra-refined and contain added oils or sugar. Look at the ingredient lists of foods that mimic meat and dairy products, and you will see that they typically have oil and other highly processed ingredients. Beverages. Some beverages can make you fat and sick, while others can keep you healthy and thin. You should stay away from drinks with added sugar. Most of you are familiar with them: lemonade, soda, sweetened juices and alcohol. In our culture, soda consumption is especially prevalent, and just one soda a day can significantly increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Often soda is consumed by the litre, which is a major health concern. Choosing diet soda is not wise, as it makes you hungry, particularly for sweets. You can try fruit juice if you want something sweet, but avoid anything that contains too much sugar. In addition to carbohydrates, juices contain antioxidants, vitamins, minerals and fiber. Juice pulp is composed of fiber. Juices are a healthier replacement for sweetened drinks, but if you want to maintain a low-carb diet, you should drink them in moderation. Let's say you eat a serving of chicken drumsticks and a glass of juice, which contains about 500 calories, about 100 of which come from the juice. This is the equivalent of 8.5 ounces, 250 ml of juice, and 10% carbohydrates. The juice would be a healthy beverage to drink, especially if it contains a lot of antioxidants. Providing the food is complete nutritionally, water is the best option, carbonated or not, as long as it isn't sugared. Tea, coffee and red wine can also be beneficial. Let's discuss them further. Tea and coffee. Tea from the Camellia sinensis plant is delicious and contains many nutrients including caffeine, theanine and antioxidants. Catechins can account for up to 30% of the leaf's dry weight. They are potent antioxidants that are believed to prevent cancer formation and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Compared to coffee, tea leaves contain higher levels of caffeine per gram. As less tea is used per cup, its caffeine content is approximately 30 to 90 milligrams per 250 milliliters. Coffee has a caffeine content that is approximately 2 to 3 times higher. If you add a sweetener like honey to your tea, don't forget to include the carbs when calculating your daily quota. Besides antioxidants, coffee also contains a number of other beneficial compounds, of which researchers have identified almost 1,000. It prevents a number of health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, anxiety, joint pain, liver disease, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease and heart disease. As a calorie-free beverage, coffee is also part of the low-carb diet, as it can be consumed in substantial amounts without causing harm. Coffee and tea contain caffeine, which releases dopamine in the brain and stimulates the release of dopamine. Dopamine is a gratifying chemical, so people who drink coffee and tea usually perceive their standard of living as higher than those who do not. As a result, they are very much part of the low-carb diet. Drinking sugary coffee is obviously not a good idea, because the amount of sugar you consume quickly adds up. Alcohol is allowed in moderation. Alcohol is a nutrient that provides energy, but it is not essential to life. Studies have shown that alcohol, particularly red wine, is beneficial to your health. We are talking about no more than 1 or 2 glasses of red wine per day, specifically red wine that has health benefits, not white or blush. Red wine provides a lot of antioxidants. If you have trouble controlling yourself when drinking, you should avoid it, mainly since it is intoxicating. However, drinking too much alcohol harms your health. It stresses your heart, liver, kidneys, brain and pancreas, your whole body. Additionally, excessive alcohol raises blood pressure, causes weight gain, and is linked to cancer. It may not need to be emphasized that excessive alcohol consumption also affects your decision-making. However, red wine in moderation can be beneficial. Why only red wine? You can occasionally enjoy a glass of white wine, beer or champagne. However, regular drinking should be limited to red wine. Red wine is the healthiest wine because it contains more than just alcohol. Let's look at the benefits of red wine compared to other alcoholic beverages. Red wine is believed to have antioxidant properties due to melatonin and resveratrol, which are believed to protect against cardiovascular disease. Red wine unlike pure alcohol, does not contribute to osteoporosis and may even offer some prevention effects. Drinking red wine after eating reduces oxidized, rancid cholesterol absorption. For example, double cheeseburgers increase oxidized cholesterol, but red wine almost eliminates this problem. Considering that oxidized cholesterol adheres to the arteries, red wine may help reduce the risk of heart disease. Red wine is not as harmful as other forms of alcohol that may increase the risk of cancer. As a matter of fact, studies have shown that red wine can reduce the risk of certain cancers such as rectal cancer. He et al. 2008. Red wine contains resveratrol, which dilates blood vessels and lowers blood pressure and the risk of heart disease. Resveratrol is also anti-inflammatory and strengthens the immune system. Red wine appears to boost the immune system. Drinking a couple of glasses a week may prevent colds and other illnesses. Exercise. A low-carb diet is not just a weight loss program, but it is also effective at reducing body fat. This is due to the distribution of nutrients. You burn off what you eat, so if you eat carbohydrates, they will be burned off. In addition, you will have more energy to exercise, and you will burn both carbs and fat simultaneously. You can perform both aerobic and anaerobic exercises this way, which maximizes your muscle power. If you exercise aerobically, you exercise at a low or medium intensity, such as walking or jogging. Cardio machines and aerobics include many anaerobic exercises, so the more intense your workout, the more anaerobic it is. When you exercise harder, your body will burn more carbs, especially when you do anaerobic exercise such as lifting weights, which mostly burns carbs for energy. Low-carb diets work for endurance training, but you need to consume more carbs when trying to build anaerobic endurance. When you follow a low-carb diet, you will notice a few things. Your body will burn fat more efficiently due to the low carbohydrate intake, resulting in greater fat loss. The relatively high protein intake will likely cause you to feel short of breath when exercising. You become breathless, not because you have more energy, but because fat consumes approximately 10% more oxygen than carbs when burned. Therefore, you must breathe 10% more to supply your muscles with enough oxygen. The best way to stay healthy is to exercise. A healthy diet is not enough to achieve optimal health. Exercise is also necessary. Exercise has been proven to prevent many diseases, as well as reduce the discomfort of equally as many. Regular exercise reduces the risk of cancer, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, anxiety, osteoporosis, hypertension, inflammations, autoimmune disorders, infectious diseases, and of course, obesity. Maximize antioxidants. Low-carb diet foods are incredibly rich in antioxidants, a substance often referred to as the elixir of life. You cannot live without antioxidants. For example, certain genetic diseases inhibit the body from producing essential antioxidants, resulting in a shorter lifespan. Antioxidants are produced by your body as well as the food you eat. If you eat the right foods, berries, fruits, veggies, beans, lentils, seeds, cold-pressed oils, root vegetables, mushrooms, meat, fish, shellfish, peppers, spices, tea, coffee, chocolate and red wine are excellent antioxidant sources. Antioxidants prevent proteins from oxidizing, ensuring that LDL, mostly composed of protein, doesn't oxidize and stick to your blood vessels. This prevents heart attacks. Additionally, this protects your DNA, minimizing your chances of cancer and premature aging. In addition to improving your immune system, antioxidants also reduce inflammation. Antioxidants are also said to widen your blood vessels, which helps keep your blood pressure low. Achieving maximum absorbency. Many antioxidants are found in nature, and they have a variety of properties. You should include a variety of vegetables in your diet, which is an important part of the low-carb diet. Some antioxidants are sensitive to heat, but the majority are able to withstand it. It is fine to boil or stir-fry vegetables. Cooking increases antioxidant absorption. When antioxidants are altered in structure, they are easier to digest and absorb by the body. Because many antioxidants are fat-soluble, and food generally contains fat, they are absorbed into the body with the fat. Food should not be cooked for so long that it begins to change color. Browning food surfaces may reflect a nutritional loss. What are the most sensitive vegetables? It is important to note that the method of measuring antioxidant levels and the way the food is cooked can influence the results. In a study, several vegetables were boiled, microwaved, pressure cooked, deep fried, grilled and baked. Regardless of the method of cooking, the artichokes did not lose a large number of antioxidants. Microwaved and boiled cauliflowers, boiled peas, and boiled and fried zucchini were the least sensitive vegetables, no matter how they were prepared. Beets, green beans and garlic retain much of their antioxidant content. The antioxidant content of bell peppers was reduced by all methods of cooking, but celery had an increase in antioxidant levels until it was boiled, at which point it lost 14% of its antioxidant content. Carrots are also beneficial when cooked, and they make spaghetti sauce taste even better. What cooking method maintains the most antioxidants? Microwaving, grilling and baking. These methods retained the highest levels of antioxidants in vegetables, while pressure cooking and boiling destroyed the most antioxidants. This may seem surprising, but boiling water basically dries out the vegetables. Huang et al., 2012. Antioxidant tricks to boost your health. Consuming the right antioxidants can increase antioxidant levels in the body. The easiest and most obvious trick is to include high antioxidant foods in all your meals, and you should also have a variety of colors in your meals. Different antioxidants have different colors. The more you consume, the healthier you will be. You will be less likely to damage your DNA by eating 10 portions of 3.5 ounces of mixed vegetables daily, than by eating 35 ounces of broccoli. In addition, new studies suggest that you should avoid mixing milk with your tea, since it reduces the availability of flavonoids. Holman et al., 2001. Intriguingly, skim milk was the worst offender. So when making tea, use fattier milk. Most antioxidants are lipid soluble, so it is advisable to include fats in addition to antioxidants. A tomato topped with olive oil contains twice as many antioxidants as a tomato eaten alone. Frozen antioxidants are extremely powerful. Superfoods are sometimes tricky to find in grocery stores. Sure, you can find blueberries, raspberries and blackberries in the fruit aisle, but they are usually pricey and past their prime. The same is true for nutrient-rich vegetables such as broccoli and asparagus. The freezer aisle is the solution. You can find the superfoods listed above, as well as specialty items such as frozen acai puree. Acai berries are rich in antioxidants and great in smoothies and homemade ice cream. Freezing is not only gentle on antioxidants, but it is also an effective way to preserve food. Since antioxidants are not destroyed by oxidation, they will remain in foods as long as they are not expired. I think frozen produce is a great deal, both nutritionally and economically. How to measure success. If you follow a low-carb diet, your health will dramatically improve. Tracking your progress is a great way to motivate yourself and make sure you are improving. It also makes the process more enjoyable. Physical activity, antioxidants and healthy fats all improve insulin response, which is crucial for most people. Of the 23 million Americans with diabetes, 90 to 95% have type 2 diabetes. Undiagnosed diabetics are far more common than those with pre-diabetes. If insulin sensitivity were improved, people at risk of diabetes would never get it. Obesity, particularly male fat accumulation on the abdomen, is a symptom of insufficient insulin response and/or diabetes. People with an apple-shaped physique are at risk. Diabetes causes abnormal hunger and thirst, as well as frequent urination. You will feel tired easily and need to sleep longer than usual. As the disease progresses, your vision will become blurry, and you will frequently experience numbness in your hands and feet. Taking a standardized test at your doctor's office can tell you if you have poor insulin sensitivity. A test is highly recommended. High blood sugar leads to the glycation of proteins and an increased risk of vision loss, heart disease, and kidney damage. High blood sugar levels can accelerate the aging process and affect the body in various ways. Check your blood pressure. Blood pressure is the pressure your blood vessels feel when the blood circulates. Low blood pressure will not provide enough oxygen to the body, whereas hypertension can cause heart disease, stroke, and brain bleeding. You will feel lightheaded and faint if there is not enough oxygen reaching the brain. Low-carb diets and lifestyles are usually effective in lowering blood pressure, particularly for those with high blood pressure. Systolic blood pressure is usually measured during heart contractions and should be between 120 and 140 mmHg. If you have diabetes or kidney disease, your blood pressure should not exceed 130 mmHg. As the heart expands, it releases pressure, also known as diastolic pressure. Diastolic pressure should not exceed 90 mmHg. Almost all clinics and some pharmacies can measure your blood pressure. Assess your body fat. Your body mass index is not the only factor to consider when it comes to your health. Knowing what your body consists of is far more important. With more muscle and less fat, you would have a higher body mass index, BMI, and would therefore be considered overweight. Are professional athletes considered obese? Certainly not. Their body composition has been altered to build muscle and burn fat. Their well-developed muscle tissue ensures low blood sugar, efficient fat burning, and low levels of blood fat. Muscle mass is strongly correlated with lifespan, and we should focus on this rather than merely maintaining a healthy weight. For a more accurate assessment of where you are, I recommend measuring your body fat rather than your weight. Women should have between 20 to 30% body fat. Men should have about 10 to 20% body fat. If you fall outside of this range, you need to make changes. There are many ways to measure your body fat. You can do it at home with a bioimpedance scale. Coaches typically use vernier scales in gyms. The vernier scale measures the amount of subcutaneous fat present on various body parts. These values are used to calculate the total amount of body fat. Bod pods are the most accurate way to calculate body fat. As you sit in this egg-shaped machine, you are measured by how much space you occupy. Considering the difference in weight between a litre of fat and a litre of muscle, it is easy for the machine to calculate how much body fat you have. An old-fashioned measuring tape is an inexpensive and simple way to determine if your body structure has improved. Some people may not lose weight through exercise, but their waistlines, thighs and arms will all slim down. Chapter 1. How are low carbs essential to the fat burning process? How and why low carb diets work. All weight loss diets work by reducing your overall caloric intake to below what your body uses throughout the day, resulting in a calorie deficit, consuming fewer calories than you burn. Low-calorie diets are often based on this principle. This is also how low-fat diets work. Fat has more calories per gram than carbohydrates or proteins. By reducing your fat intake, you reduce your calorie intake. Low-carb diets cause weight loss in the same way by creating a calorie deficit. However, low-carb diets aren't based on how many calories you consume. Instead, a low-carb diet affects your internal system, the chemicals and neurons that regulate your appetite, fullness, energy and cravings. You consume fewer calories as a result. Research has shown that people lose about the same amount of weight on a low-carb diet as on a low-calorie diet, even though low-calorie dieters consume fewer calories. Low-fat or low-carb. It's a draw. Study finds. People on low-carb diets have fewer cravings and are content with fewer calories. They naturally consume less calories, which causes weight loss. In order to understand how and why the low-carb diet works, we must first understand what happens to carbohydrates after they are consumed. Carbohydrates are the body's primary fuel source. After ingesting carbohydrates, the body breaks them down into simple sugars that are absorbed into the bloodstream, known as blood glucose. Glucose is transported to your body's cells by insulin, where it is used for energy, the fuel for everything you do, from breathing to walking to dancing. If you have too much glucose, it is converted to fat. When carbohydrates are low, the body must burn glucose stored in fat cells for energy. Low-carb diets limit the body's fuel and force it to burn its fat stores for energy. However, there's more to it than that. Insulin's job is to take glucose from your blood and deliver it to your fat cells. Once a hyperglycemic agent sends glucose calories to your fat cells, you cannot access those calories for energy. You feel tired, sluggish and famished as your blood glucose plummets. To compensate for the loss of energy, your body consumes more calories, which sends more glucose to your fat cells, which causes you to consume even more calories. Putting all this together, you can see that when your body produces excess hypoglycemic agents, the calories you consume turn directly into fat, yet your body feels starved. Consequently, you eat more, which only leads to weight gain. So where does the surplus insulin come from? Insulin levels increase when you consume a diet high in carbs, particularly refined grains and sugar. When you eat a high-carb diet, your body produces more insulin, which creates an urge to eat more, yet you burn less energy. Two other hormones, leptin and ghrelin, are also designed to help regulate your appetite, telling your brain when you are hungry or full. However, these hormones don't work correctly when you are overweight. First, let's look at leptin. Fat cells secrete leptin, which signals the brain that you have the energy you need to get through the day. Since leptin is secreted by fat cells, the more fat you have, the more leptin you produce. An increase in leptin should help you lose weight, since leptin decreases appetite. But this is not true for overweight people. Generally speaking, the more leptin you produce, the less hungry you should be, thereby eating less. The less fat you have, the less leptin your body produces, increasing your hunger. In overweight people, leptin levels are very high, so you would think they would eat only what they need. However, hypoglycemic agents block leptin in the brain, preventing it from sending its satiety message. Due to high insulin levels, leptin is unable to do its job, which is referred to as leptin resistance. The person eats more, which increases insulin levels, causing fat to accumulate. Press 2013. Do you see what's going on here? Unlike leptin, ghrelin, which is made primarily in the stomach, tells your brain when you're hungry. When you skip meals or limit calories, your internal secretion levels rise. Ghrelin and leptin usually work together harmoniously. When one increases, the other decreases to keep your appetite under control. In a healthy body, your ghrelin level rises when you haven't eaten for a while, telling your brain that you're hungry. After eating a meal, your leptin level rises, signaling your brain that you are full, which causes your abdomen to stop producing internal secretions. If you have developed leptin resistance, however, this harmony is disrupted. When your brain doesn't receive the signal that you're full, you feel a strong urge to keep eating. Press 2013. Maintaining a balance between leptin and ghrelin involves eating enough calories to prevent your body from going into starvation mode. Eating plenty of protein, eating regularly, avoiding sugar and consuming healthy fats. These recommendations are all in line with a low-carb diet. Consuming too many carbohydrates increases internal secretions, which prevent calories from being burned and causes the body to store more glucose as fat, resulting in leptin resistance, elevated ghrelin levels, and weight gain. Chapter 2. Why are whole foods essential to maintaining a healthy lifestyle? It is essential to eat the right kinds of carbohydrates since they help produce serotonin. Whole grains stabilize your mood by maintaining a steady blood sugar level, which keeps you satiated longer. Have you ever felt super hungry? That feeling when you skip breakfast, and as your stomach grumbles, you get grumpy, so you reach for whatever you can find. Your blood sugar is low, so you need something fast. With whole grains, your body is refueled, stabilizing your blood sugar level rather than spiking and then plummeting. While eating anything when your blood sugar drops can be helpful, high-quality whole grains are one of the most effective options because they not only trigger serotonin production, but also contain nutrients and fiber that are beneficial. Want to know the best part? A healthy diet rich in whole grains not only increases mood, but also leads to more healthy eating habits and physical activity, resulting in a more positive attitude. Study results from Arizona State University suggest that a diet too low in carbohydrates can lead to fatigue and a reduced desire to exercise. Two things that won't help you feel better. White et al., 2007. Making healthy choices and nourishing your body with nutritious foods can improve your mood. Get happy by eating whole grains, whether it's to sleep better, control your hunger, or keep your mood in check. easy ways to balance your diet. Processed foods are often high in fat and sugar. Most plants, grains, fruit, and beans naturally contain the right balance of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Furthermore, they contain high levels of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, so you can get all your traditional needs from a simple meal. Strengthens your bones. The body can absorb calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K more easily from vegetables than from animal products. The minerals and vitamins in these foods help your body create healthy bones that are less likely to fracture or develop osteoporosis over time. If you are a fan of barley like I am, you're going to be delighted to discover there are a number of health benefits to this grain. Actually, due to its high silicon content, it is considered to be a foundation food. Let's begin with some historical background. Historically, barley has a rich and fascinating history dating back thousands of years. Our ancestors made barley beer, and fermented barley is still used in beer and other alcoholic drinks. Barley was revered by the ancient Greeks and Romans, who used it heavily in their training diets. Ancient Roman gladiators were called hordearii, which literally translates to barley eaters, according to Pliny the Elder, a renowned Roman philosopher and historian. Goldschmidt, 2011. It may sound unbelievable, but the ancient Chinese regarded barley as a symbol of masculinity, and the Mesopotamians used it as currency. In ancient times, barley contained an abundance of bone health nutrients. A mention of barley on the foundation foods list is due to its silicon content, an influential trace mineral that affects connective tissue and bone growth and mineralization. Despite its silicon content, barley has much more to offer. It is a rich source of manganese, which is essential for cartilage and bone synthesis. Additionally, it plays a role in the synthesis of proteins and the metabolism of fatty acids. Goldschmidt, 2011. Copper, another essential supplement and a valuable trace mineral, is abundant in this grain. Blood vessels, cartilage and tendons require copper for the activity of lysyl oxidase, an enzyme responsible for cross-linking collagen and elastin. The daily value of copper in 1 cup of cooked barley is 32%. Goldschmidt, 2011. Barley also contains selenium, which is essential to the synthesis of thyroid hormones and antioxidants. In addition to being a reliable source of phosphorus, barley also contains a variety of vitamins and minerals that give the bones flexibility. Higher IQ. In the same way there is no miracle drug that can prevent cognitive decline, there is no perfect brain food that will keep your brain sharp regardless of your age. Nutritionists recommend following a healthy diet that includes whole foods, foods linked to better brain power. 2017. A child's IQ decreases when they eat foods high in sugar and fat. Children who eat a diet of whole foods are likely to be smarter than those who eat only processed foods. Amazing hair growth. Whole food diets often contain grains that are rich in zinc, which is necessary for hair growth, and vitamin B2, which is beneficial for skin care. A diet high in whole foods results in shiny, strong, full hair and soft, smooth, glowing skin. Grains such as millet, quinoa, amaranth, and barley provide amino acids, phytonutrients, and minerals which will nourish, hydrate, and encourage the growth of lustrous, beautiful hair. Take a look at these whole grain options if you want to strengthen your hair. It is important to eat whole grains and not fake grains, even though products may be labelled as multigrain. Honey wheat, 12 grain or similar, they may not be whole grains. How can you tell a real whole grain product from a fake whole grain product? A true whole grain product always contains one of the following ingredients as its first ingredient: barley, brown rice, whole wheat, oatmeal, graham flour, bulgur, whole rye, whole or rolled oats, whole grain corn, wild rice or kamut. Amaranth. In addition to having twice as much fibre as whole wheat, this whole grain is loaded with calcium and vitamin E. This whole grain contains all 8 essential amino acids and is considered exceptionally nutritious. As an added bonus, it is gluten-free. Approximately 60% of your daily iron needs can be met by 1/4 cup of amaranth grain. Lysine is also highly present in it, whereas other whole grains do not contain it. Amaranth can be eaten in many ways. The grains can also be popped in a dry saucepan for an alternative to popcorn that is healthier. Some people use amaranth as a thickener for broths and soups. There are also desserts and other tasty treats you can make. Barley. Barley is a good source of vitamins and minerals, including selenium, an antioxidant, beta-glucan, including selenium and antioxidant. Beta-glucan is a very nutritious and hot healthy fibre found in barley. When making soups and casseroles, my grandmother would swap barley for rice. It's also tasty in salads. Millet. At first glance, millet looks like a light golden ball. Despite what it looks like, it's packed with amino acids that are good for hair. In addition, it contains silica, which lowers cholesterol naturally. Many Asian recipes can be made using this gluten-free grain, from cereals to soups to desserts. This grain is sometimes toasted before being used in recipes so that it has a sweet, slightly almond taste. It works well in bread and muffins as a rising agent. Quinoa. Quinoa is rich in amino acids. Moreover, it contains silica, which can help lower cholesterol naturally. Because quinoa is wheat-free, it is perfect for breakfast, salads and casseroles. If prepared properly, whole grains can be delicious. Wouldn't it be great if you could eat your way to healthy hair? Better blood sugar levels. One of the most noticeable benefits of eating plant-based protein is lower blood sugar levels. You may feel shaky, moody, and have cravings and blood sugar swings if you don't eat right away, skip meals, or if you don't eat anything at all. This is because animal foods contain IGF-1, insulin growth factor, LIS-ND. Plant-based proteins do not contain IGF-1. Additionally, they keep you full for a longer period of time. Blood sugar levels are also not spiked. Diabetes. A stable blood sugar level throughout the day is essential for individuals with diabetes or diabetic preconditions, hypoglycemia. Whether you are in the early stages of diabetes or have diabetes, managing blood sugar levels involves consuming the right balance of carbohydrates, vegetables, proteins, and fat. Timing meals during the day and spreading all 3 food sources across the day. Let's see how it works. There is power in knowledge. There is more to diabetes than a lack of insulin and high levels of sugar. Despite our understanding of type 2 diabetes as well as type 1, as the body's inability to maintain healthy blood sugar levels, It's difficult to understand the complex interactions governing blood sugar, let alone how to manage it if it's unmanageable. Type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes share the same name, but they are very different diseases. The body's immune system attacks beta cells, the cells responsible for making insulin in the pancreas, in type 1 diabetes. This autoimmune reaction reduces insulin levels in the body. Research suggests that beta cells in the pancreas may decline by half before diagnosis. Chen et al. 2017. Type 2 diabetes is associated with excess weight, inactivity and insulin resistance in the liver and muscles, such as the muscles lining the intestines and the heart. Insulin stimulates brain cells. Initially, insulin-producing cells can produce a significant amount of insulin. As a result of drinking sugary drinks or eating sugary foods, the pancreas releases insulin to prevent sugar levels from rising too high. In the event that glucose levels remain uncontrolled, pancreatic overload will result. People with type 2 diabetes will also lose beta cell function. The pancreas is doing what it's supposed to do, decreasing sugar levels by storing more glucose in the adipose tissue, the liver and the muscle. However, it's not the best idea. In type 1 and type 2 diabetes, glucose is absorbed by the cells but not immediately metabolized, so glycogen found in the liver and muscles turns into fat, high blood triglycerides. Oxidative stress causes the cells to function poorly. Instead of absorbing glucose, cell walls create barriers to prevent glucose from entering. The result is insulin resistance. The fundamentals of insulin resistance reversal through whole foods. What's even better is that making dietary improvements, stress management and resting properly, along with other behavioral adjustments, can stabilize blood sugar levels. Even long-term type 2 diabetes can be reversed if you have only borderline symptoms. The first and most effective tip is to eat whole foods that are closest to their natural state. You should avoid trans fats, sodium-containing foods, sweeteners, additives, colorants, and processed foods. Maintain a healthy weight by eating nutritious foods. Ensure that your carbohydrates are balanced and consumed consistently every day. Skipping meals can cause hypoglycemia. A perfectly balanced nutrient ration does not exist. According to the American Diabetes Association, Diggle, 2022, evidence suggests that there is not an ideal percentage of calories from carbohydrate, protein and fat for all people with diabetes. Decide what works best for your body. Prehistoric diets consisted largely of low-carb and high-fat foods. Be aware of any hypersensitivity to certain foods. When you eat food that irritates your gastrointestinal system slightly, your body will respond. It is especially critical to keep the immune system calm when dealing with type 1 diabetes, where the immune system is damaging the beta cells. It is important to keep the immune system stable. Identifying and avoiding inflammatory foods can help reduce blood sugar levels caused by inflammation. Younger appearance. Plants contain phytonutrients that help to diminish the effects of stress and environmental toxins on cells. Lycopene is found in red and orange vegetables, which prevents sun damage, and vitamin C is found in other forms of whole foods, which promotes collagen production. Foods that are whole can help you feel full longer than foods that are ultra-processed. People who count calories tend to eat more because they seek out low-calorie versions of foods. Often, brands use chemicals and sweeteners to keep food tasty while reducing calories by removing fat and sugar. Weight gain can be caused by overeating low-calorie, highly processed foods, which are not always as satisfying as they should be. In addition to being higher in fiber and protein, whole foods are more satiating than processed foods. This is because they release energy slowly, keeping you full for longer periods of time, and reducing your desire to reach for more food. Even if less nutritious foods have the same calories and macros, you should prioritize whole foods when trying to lose weight. When you choose to eat whole foods that do not contain additives, you will naturally consume fewer calories than if you count your calories. Calorie deficits are necessary to lose weight, but counting calories is ineffective since labels are often inaccurate. Food that is processed is not healthy for you. Generally, processed foods are produced in factories using additives like coloring and preservatives to maintain flavor and consistency, which can lead to various health problems. Packaged cakes, cookies and chips are examples of processed foods. Processed foods make up the majority of food consumed in high-income countries. According to research conducted by the U.S. National Institutes of Health in 2019, people who eat processed foods consume approximately 500 additional calories daily than those who eat fresh foods. First randomized, controlled study finds ultra-processed diet leads to weight gain. Clinical Center homepage 2019. The reason for this is unknown, but scientists believe our hormones may react differently to processed foods. A higher risk of heart disease and earlier death has also been linked to ultra-processed foods. The idea of calorie counting helping you lose weight is a myth. It is vastly overblown. You should pay more attention to the ingredients in your food. Each of us has unique metabolic needs, so it's not a good idea to follow some arbitrary calorie number or rely on someone else's results. While croissants generally contain fewer calories than avocado toast, the latter has a more nutrient-dense profile. After all, avocado toast is packed with healthy fats, protein and fiber. Foods that are whole keep you fuller for longer. People who count calories eat more processed foods since they are looking for low-calorie options. Whole foods contain more fiber and protein. Controlling your food intake should be easy if you pay attention to your food quality. By eating mostly whole foods such as lean proteins, example fatty fish, plenty of fruits and vegetables, good fat, and some healthy carbohydrates, example brown rice and whole grains, you'll feel fuller, eat less and still maintain your weight loss goals. You should avoid food products with more than 10 ingredients. Even though some products are processed, they are not overly processed and can be incorporated into a balanced diet. Foods like canned fruit, milk, cereal, and ice cream all fall into this category. The best way to tell whether something has been overprocessed is by looking at its ingredients list. It may not be a good idea if it has more than 10 ingredients. Chapter 3. A Guide to Simple and Easy Low-Carb and Whole Food Recipes. Soups. Easy broccoli soup. You will be surprised at how quick it is to make this healthy and delicious soup. The perfect winter dinner recipe. This tasty chicken broccoli soup is nutritious and simple to prepare. Comfort food at its finest. Time 40 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 30 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 52. Carbs 8 gram. Fat 1 gram. Protein 4 gram. Ingredients. 2 cups broccoli florets. Half a cup chicken broth. Half a cup minced yellow onion. Half a teaspoon dried thyme. Half a teaspoon salt. 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper, an 1/8 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 cup milk, 5 blanched broccoli florets. Directions: 1. Mix the broccoli, chicken broth, onion, thyme, salt, pepper and garlic powder in a large pot over medium heat and cook until the broccoli is tender. Cover and let simmer for 10 minutes. 2. Remove the pot from the heat and let it cool for 10 minutes. 3. With a slotted spoon, transfer the broccoli, reserving the liquid in the pot to a food processor or in a blender and process until coarsely chopped. Puree with the reserved liquid from the pot. Mix in the lemon juice and milk. 4. Return the soup to the pot to reheat. 5. Taste for seasoning. 6. Enjoy. Creamy cheesy cabbage soup. This creamy cheesy cabbage soup is creamy, delicious, wholesome, hearty and satisfying. It is everything a soup should be. It's a tasty dish made with blue cheese, cabbage and bacon. Time 35 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 25 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 200, carbs 7 grams, fat 15 grams, protein 13 grams. Ingredients: 5 slices bacon chopped coarsely, half a cup coarsely chopped onion, half a cup finely sliced celery, 8 ounces cabbage sliced thin, 3 cups chicken broth, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, half a teaspoon cayenne pepper, half crumbled blue cheese. Directions: 1. Spray a large saucepan lightly with non-stick cooking spray and set it over medium heat. Add the bacon and cook until crispy, stirring occasionally. 2. Add the onion and celery and stir occasionally for 5 minutes. 3. Add the cabbage, chicken broth, salt, pepper and cayenne and bring to a boil over medium heat. 4. Reduce the heat to low and simmer for 15 minutes. 5. Stir in the cheese gradually until it melts. 6. Taste for seasoning. 7. Serve the soup in 4 bowls. Chilled avocado and mint soup. This soup is simple and delicious. It's full of nutrients and flavour. Mint adds a cooling touch. Hass avocados give it the creamiest texture. In just a few minutes you can have this nourishing and nutrient-rich soup ready. No cooking required. Perfect for lunch or dinner. Enjoy! Time: 24 hours, 5 minutes. Serving size: 4. Prep time: 5 minutes. Cook time: 24 hours. Nutritional facts: calories 280, carbs 13 gram, fat 25 gram, protein 25 gram. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1/4 cup chopped green onion, 1 clove garlic chopped, 2 cups chicken broth, 1 cup milk, 2 ripe medium Hass avocados pitted and diced, 1 teaspoon fresh lime juice, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, 1/4 teaspoon hot sauce, 1/4 cup fresh mint. Directions: 1. Over medium heat, warm a large saucepan. 2. Add the oil and swirl the pan to evenly coat the bottom. 3. Add the onion and garlic and cook for 3 minutes. 4. Add the chicken broth and milk and bring to a boil over medium-high heat. 5. Cover the pot, lower the heat and simmer for 10 minutes. 6. Take the saucepan off the heat and let it cool for 10 minutes. 7. In a food processor, combine the avocados, lime juice, fresh mint, salt, pepper and hot sauce and process until finely chopped. 8. Gradually add the chicken broth mixture and process until smooth. 9. Transfer the soup to a large bowl. Chill for several hours or overnight. Serve the soup warm if desired. 10. Enjoy. Cream of spinach soup. Feel green with this quick cream of spinach soup recipe. Use pantry staples and spinach for a nutritious soup that can be served hot or cold. Time 55 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 45 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 100. Carbs 8 gram. Fat 5 gram. Protein 5 gram. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons butter, 1/4 cup minced onion, 2 cups shredded fresh spinach or 12-ounce package frozen spinach, thawed, 3 cups chicken broth, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon ground pepper, 1/8 teaspoon ground nutmeg. Directions: 1. In a large saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. Add the onion and cook for 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. 2. Add the spinach, chicken broth, salt, pepper and nutmeg. Cook covered for 30 minutes. 3. Turn off the heat and let the soup cool for 10 minutes. 4. Puree the soup in a food processor. 5. Return the soup to the saucepan to reheat. 6. Taste for seasoning. 7. If desired, pour cream on top. Hot and spicy roasted red pepper soup. This hot and spicy roasted red pepper soup is bursting with flavour and is incredibly easy to make. Its delicious sweet and tangy flavour, combined with garlic, herbs and a dash of hotness, makes it a real treat. It's also a tasty leftover for lunch. Your co-workers will be salivating after smelling your hot and spicy roasted red pepper soup. Time: 1 hour 50 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour 40 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 100. Carbs 10 gram. Fat 5 gram. Protein 2 gram. Ingredients: 5 red bell peppers, 1/3 cup cold water, 5 teaspoon grated garlic, 5 teaspoon grated ginger, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon ground allspice, 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon hot sauce, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 cup finely diced onions, 3. 14.5 ounce chicken broth, 1/2 teaspoon ground pepper, 1/4 teaspoon salt. Saffron cream, 1/8 teaspoon saffron threads, 2 tablespoons warm water, 3/4 teaspoon minced garlic, 3/4 teaspoon finely minced fresh ginger, 1/2 cup sour cream. Directions: 1. Place the red peppers on a baking sheet lined with aluminium foil. Turn the peppers as the skin blackens, broiling for 20 minutes or until the skin is blackened all over. 2. After roasting, place the peppers in a plastic bag, seal it, and steam for 15 to 20 minutes. 3. After the peppers have cooled, remove the skin, tops and seeds. 4. Put the water, garlic, teaspoons, ginger, cumin, allspice, turmeric, hot sauce and red pepper flakes in a food processor or blender and blend until smooth. 5. Over medium-low heat, warm a large saucepan for 2 minutes. Pour the olive oil into the pan and swirl it to coat the bottom evenly. Add the onion and cover, cooking for 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. 6. Add the spice mixture and cook for another 5 minutes. Stir frequently for 5 minutes uncovered. 7. Put the chicken broth, pepper and salt in a saucepan and bring to a boil. Lower the heat to medium-low and simmer for 25 minutes. Take the saucepan off the heat and let the soup cool for 10 minutes. 8. While the soup is cooling, prepare the saffron cream by soaking the saffron threads in 2 tablespoons warm water. Spray a small non-stick skillet with non-stick vegetable spray and heat for 1 minute. Add the 3/4 garlic and 3/4 ginger and saute for 1 minute, stirring frequently. Stir in the saffron mixture and cook for 1 minute. Remove the saucepan from the heat. Add the sour cream and blend well. Set aside. 9. Place the red peppers in a food processor or blender and blend until smooth. Blend in the soup mixture. Heat the soup in a saucepan. 10. Taste for seasoning. 11. Serve in 6 soup bowls. 12. Spoon saffron cream on top. 13. Enjoy. Salads. Steak fajita salad. Enjoy the flavors of a fajita in this hearty salad, topped with a delicious Tex-Mex vinaigrette. This salad has it all: a ton of veggies, delicious steak, and the perfect Tex-Mex vinaigrette. A dressing so tasty you'll want to gulp it down. Time, 55 minutes. Serving size, 4. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 45 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories, 850. Carbs, 10 gram. Fat, 65 gram. Protein, 60 gram. Ingredients: half a cup olive oil, 2 tablespoons white wine vinegar, 2 cloves garlic, chopped, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon chili powder, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, 1/4 teaspoon red chili flakes, 1 large bell pepper, 7 cups romaine lettuce, 1½ pounds flank steak, thinly sliced, 4 ounces Gouda cheese, cubed, 1 avocado, cubed, 1/4 cup sour cream. Directions: 1. In a small jar with a tight-fitting lid, combine the olive oil, vinegar, garlic, cumin, chili powder, salt, pepper and cayenne. Shake well to blend. Set aside. 2. Place the red pepper on a baking sheet lined with aluminium foil. Under a preheated broiler, roast the pepper, turning it as the skin blackens for 20 minutes or until it is charred all over. 3. After the pepper has been roasted, place it in a plastic bag. Seal it and steam it for 15 to 20 minutes. Once the pepper is cool enough to handle, peel away the skin and remove the top and seeds. Slice thinly. 4. Place a bed of romaine lettuce on 4 plates. Overlap the flank steak slices on the lettuce and scatter the cheese, avocado and pepper over the top. 5. Put a dollop of sour cream in the center of each salad and drizzle with Tex-Mex vinaigrette. 6. Enjoy. Curry chicken salad. The Indian-inspired curry chicken salad is a tasty and healthy dish. This salad is packed with antioxidant, rich curry powder, chicken and crunchy cashews. You will love it. Enjoy in lettuce wraps. Time, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Serving size, 6. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories, 320. Carbs, 5 gram. Fat, 25 gram. Protein, 22 gram. Ingredients: 1 clove garlic, 1/4 teaspoon minced fresh ginger, 3 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon curry powder, 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper, 1/2 cup olive oil, 4 cups cubed chicken, 1/2 medium apple, diced, 2 cups broccoli florets, steamed, 1 1/4 cup sliced celery, 3/4 cup salted cashews, 7 cups spinach. Directions: 1. Put the garlic and ginger in a food processor or blender and process until finely minced. Add the lemon juice, curry, mustard, salt and pepper. Slowly and steadily pour the canola oil into the processor and process until smooth. 2. Before serving, chill the vinaigrette for 1 hour in a covered container. Shake the vinaigrette and taste for seasoning when ready to use. 3. Mix the chicken, apple, broccoli, celery and cashews in a large bowl. Toss with the curry vinaigrette until well blended. 4. Spread spinach over 6 dinner plates. 5. Divide the salad evenly and spoon in the center of the spinach. 6. Enjoy! Poached salmon salad with low-carb raspberry vinaigrette. This poached salmon salad is a delicious, healthy and time-saving meal. The low-carb raspberry vinaigrette is sweet, yet tart, has a lovely pink color and tastes delicious. It is simple to make, can be customized to your liking, super healthy and does not require an oven. Time 25 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 15 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 400, carbs 2 gram, fat 37 gram, protein 25 gram. Ingredients: 1/2 cup olive oil, 2 tablespoon raspberry vinegar, 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 3 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 10 drops liquid stevia, 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper, 1 1/2 pound salmon fillet, skin removed, 1/4 cup cold water, 1 cup finely sliced celery, 1/2 cup thinly sliced green onion, 2 tablespoon capers, drained, 7 cups mixed spinach. Directions: 1. For the raspberry vinaigrette, mix the olive oil, raspberry, vinegar, mustard, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper in a blender or a jar with a tight-fitting lid and shake well. Set aside. 2. Put the salmon in a microwave-safe dish and add 1/4 cup water. Cover the dish with saran wrap. Cook the salmon in the microwave for 10 minutes or until it is no longer red in the thickest part, or until a meat thermometer reaches 145 degrees Fahrenheit. 3. Cool the salmon to room temperature. 4. Place the salmon on a plate. Dry with paper towels. Cube or flake the salmon. Add the celery, green onion and capers in a large bowl with the salmon. Add just enough raspberry vinaigrette to cover the salad. Mix well. 5. Taste for seasoning. 6. Put spinach on 4 dinner plates. 7. Divide the salmon salad evenly in the middle of the spinach. 8. Enjoy! Poultry. Grilled Greek chicken. This grilled Greek chicken is baked perfectly and loaded with garlic and oregano goodness. You'll love this grilled Greek chicken. It is scrumptious when made on the barbecue, but is also delicious when baked. Time 1 hour 5 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 1 hour. Nutritional facts: calories 480, carbs 3 gram, fat 30 gram, protein 50 gram. Ingredients: 2 tablespoon dried oregano leaves, 1 tablespoon ground oregano, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons ground pepper, 1 teaspoon dried thyme leaves, 2 cloves garlic, grated, 4 pounds whole chicken. Directions: 1. In a small bowl, combine all the ingredients except the chicken and blend well. Spread the rub evenly over the chicken. Put the chicken in an extra large plastic bag. Tightly seal the bag and place it in the refrigerator overnight. 2. Grill the chicken over medium hot coals on a grill, coated with a non-stick cooking spray. Turn the chicken every 5 minutes for 30 to 40 minutes or until the meat thermometer reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit. 3. Serve the chicken on 4 dinner plates. Alternate method. To prepare the chicken in the oven, preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Lightly spray a rim baking sheet with non-stick cooking spray and arrange the chicken breast side up on the baking sheet. Bake for 20 minutes. Flip the chicken over and bake for 15 minutes. Turn the chicken over again so the breast side is up and bake for 40 minutes or until the thickest part of the leg reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Lemongrass roast chicken. Are you looking for a delicious roast for dinner with the family? Or a celebration? This lemongrass roast chicken is the perfect dish for any party. Marinated in soy sauce and spices and roasted until golden, it's juicy, succulent and bursting with flavour. Pair it with a fresh salad for a satisfying meal. Time 24 hours and 5 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 24 hours. Nutritional facts. Calories 550. Carbs 2 gram. Fat 39 gram. Protein 50 gram. Ingredients: 4 pound whole chicken, 3 grated lemongrass stalks, 3 tablespoon olive oil, 2 tablespoon cold water, 2 cloves garlic minced, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon stevia, 3 teaspoon red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon salt. Directions: 1. Cut the backbone off the chicken with poultry shears, then carefully open it to resemble a butterfly. Trim away all exposed fat and organs. Thoroughly rinse and pat dry. 2. Prepare the lemongrass marinade by combining the rest of the ingredients in a large, resealable plastic bag and blending well. Coat the chicken all over with the marinade. Place the chicken in the bag and refrigerate overnight, turning it at least once. 3. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Lightly spray a baking sheet with non-stick cooking spray. 4. Remove the chicken from the marinade. Set aside the marinade. Bake the chicken for 20 minutes, breast side up, on the prepared pan. Flip the chicken over and bake for 15 minutes more. Turn the chicken breast side up and bake another 40 minutes, basting once or twice with the marinade or until the thickest part of the leg reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. Cut the chicken into 4 servings and place on 4 dinner plates. Alternate method. Grill the chicken over medium hot coals on a grill sprayed with non-stick cooking spray. Then grill, rotating the chicken every 5 minutes for 35 minutes or until the thickest part of the leg reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake spicy chicken thighs. A tangy blend of lime, chili, cumin and paprika complements the flavorful, juicy dark meat of the chicken. For extra crispy chicken skin, broil it for a few minutes after grilling. Time 24 hours and 5 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 24 hours. Nutritional facts. Calories 450. Carbs 1 gram. Fat 30 gram. Protein 40 gram. Ingredients: 4 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon red chili flakes, half a teaspoon ground cumin, half a teaspoon paprika, juice and zest of 1 whole lime, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, 16 chicken thighs. Directions: 1. In a large resealable plastic bag, combine 2 tablespoons olive oil, chili powder, cumin, paprika, salt, lemon juice and zest, and pepper. Add the chicken thighs and toss to coat. Refrigerate overnight. 2. Preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheat a large non-stick skillet over medium heat. Swirl the pan to evenly coat the bottom with the remaining olive oil. 3. Add the chicken thighs and cook for 4 minutes on each side. 4. Transfer the chicken thighs to a baking dish. Cook for 30 minutes or until the meat thermometer reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. Serve and enjoy. Spicy chicken with mango salsa. Even if it's a busy weeknight, you don't have to sacrifice taste or quality. Prepare this chicken dish in just 25 minutes. Make the mango salsa a day ahead or make it while the chicken is grilling. The salsa is loaded with healthy nutrients and antioxidants. Time 25 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 20 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 260, carbs 5 gram, fat 3 gram, protein 50 gram. Ingredients: 4 large boneless, skinless chicken breast halves, 1 tablespoon lemon juice, half a teaspoon ground cumin, half a teaspoon ground salt, half a teaspoon ground black pepper, half a cup chunky salsa, a third cup mango diced, 2 tablespoons fresh cilantro, minced, 1 jalapeno seeded and thinly chopped, 1 teaspoon garlic, grated, lime wedges. Directions: 1. Heat your gas grill. Clean the grill grate and lightly oil it. 2. Pat the chicken dry after rinsing. Sprinkle cumin, salt and pepper evenly over the chicken after brushing it with lime juice. Grill the chicken directly over medium heat or broil it for 12 to 15 minutes until it is tender and no longer pink, turning once. 3. In a small bowl, combine the mango, cilantro, jalapeno and garlic. Spoon over the chicken. 4. Enjoy. Chinese 5-spice chicken. I love simple dinner dishes that don't require much effort. I prefer recipes that are easy to prepare and kids will eat. This low-carb recipe for Chinese 5-spice chicken fits the bill. Only the marinade needs to be prepared by hand. The rest is handled by your oven. Time 3 hours and 5 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 3 hours. Nutritional facts: calories 504, carbs 7 gram, fat 21 gram, protein 66 gram. Ingredients: 3 pounds chicken thighs, 1/4 cup soy sauce, 2 tablespoons peanut oil, 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 tablespoon white wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon Splenda, 2 tablespoons orange marmalade, 2 tablespoons 5-spice powder. Directions: 1. Put the chicken in a large resealable plastic bag. Combine the rest of the ingredients. Pour the marinade into the bag and reserve some for basting. Seal the bag by pressing out the air. Turn the bag over to coat the chicken and place it in the refrigerator. You should let it sit for at least 2 hours, but longer is fine. 2. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Put the chicken in a baking pan. Pour off the marinade and arrange it in the fridge. Bake the chicken for an hour. Baste it with the marinade 3 times, using a clean utensil each time. Barbecue chicken wings. The best barbecue chicken wings don't require elaborate sauces or rubs. This easy grilling method uses low-carb barbecue sauce for succulent and delicious barbecue chicken wings every time. Time 2 hours. Serving size 8. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 50 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 470. Carbs 6 gram. Fat 6 gram. Protein 50 gram. Ingredients: 3 pounds chicken wings, 1 cup low-carb barbecue rub, half a cup chicken broth, half a cup canola oil, half a cup low-carb barbecue sauce. Wood chips. Directions: 1. Start your grill and set it up for indirect smoking. Sprinkle the chicken with the rub, except for a tablespoon, while the grill is heating. Make a marinade by mixing the chicken broth and oil with the reserved rub. 2. Once the fire is ready, arrange the chicken over the drip pan. Add the wood chips and turn off the grill. Before basting it with the marinade, let it smoke for half an hour. Each time you add more chips, use a clean utensil to brush it. 3. It should be smoked for about 90 minutes or until it reaches 180 degrees Fahrenheit on a thermometer. Just before the chicken is done, brush it with your low-carb barbecue sauce and grill it, skin side down, for about 5 minutes. 4. Use a clean utensil to brush the sauce on the other side. Turn it over and cook it for another 5 minutes. 5. Meanwhile, boil the remaining sauce and serve it with the chicken. Colombian chicken stew. My family's go-to meal whenever we want chicken soup is Colombian chicken stew. Traditionally, el almuerzo is the main meal of the day, and this soup is often served at this time. It's absolutely delicious. Colombian chicken stew freezes well. It is best stored in separate containers, so you can grab a quick and simple lunch. If there are still leftovers, 4 to 5 days later, store it in the freezer for about 3 months. Let the stew thaw overnight and then re-warm using a microwave or stove top. Time: 24+ hours. Serving size: 8. Prep time: 10 minutes. Cook time: 24+ hours. Nutritional facts. Calories: 650. Carbs: 12 gram. Fat: 22 gram. Protein: 88 gram. Ingredients: 5½ pounds whole chicken. For the marinade, 4 tablespoons lime juice, 1½ cups diced celery, 1 large tomato, 1 medium onion, 1 medium green pepper, ½ tablespoon chicken seasoning, ½ teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1 tablespoon ground cumin. For the stew, 32-ounce chicken broth, 1 large carrot, diced, 1½ cups cubed rutabaga, 1½ cups cubed pumpkin, 1 small turnip, chopped, 1 cup cauliflower, diced, 3 cups shredded cabbage, 1 tablespoon hot pepper sauce. Directions: 1. Place the chicken in a soup pot after removing any giblets from its body cavity. 2. To make the marinade, place all marinade ingredients in a food processor and pulse until a thick slurry forms. Use clean hands to rub this mixture all over the chicken. Include the cavity. Put the whole thing in the fridge and leave it overnight turning it once. 3. To make the stew, pull the pot with the chicken from the refrigerator the next day. Heat it and add the chicken broth. Make sure it's covered. Turn the heat to medium. Warm up for a few minutes, reduce the heat, and simmer for about an hour. Turn off the heat and let the stew cool. Fish and seafood. Lemon rubbed salmon. Lemon pairs well with fatty fish like salmon. Here, the nutty flavour of tarragon brings a refreshing twist. Time, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Serving size, 4. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 1 hour. Nutritional facts. Calories, 485. Carbs, 4 gram. Fat, 26 gram. Protein, 54 gram. Ingredients: 1/4 cup lemon juice, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 tablespoon fresh tarragon, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper, 4 salmon fillets, 6 ounces each. Directions: 1. Combine all the ingredients except the salmon in a bowl and blend well. Turn the salmon fillets to coat evenly. Turn the salmon at least once during the 30 minutes of refrigeration. 2. Remove salmon fillets from marinade. Throw away marinade when ready to grill. Place the salmon over medium hot coals on a grill sprayed with non-stick cooking spray. Place the salmon on the grill, cover and cook for 10 minutes or until a knife can be pushed through the thickest part of the fish. 3. Put a salmon fillet on each dinner plate. 4. Alternative. Broil the salmon fillets as follows. Preheat the broiler. Spray a broiler pan lightly with non-stick cooking spray and arrange the salmon on the pan. Salmon should be grilled 5 inches from the heat source, 5 minutes per side or until the thickest part of the salmon is no longer red. Jamaican-inspired hot pepper shrimp. Jamaican-inspired hot pepper shrimp recipe with a flavorful butter loaded with garlic, oregano, lemon and plenty of spicy cayenne peppers. This is a twist to the Jamaican street snack, which you can now make at home. Time 20 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 15 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 614. Carbs 6 gram. Fat 29 gram. Protein 78 gram. Ingredients: 1/2 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon dried oregano leaves, 1/2 teaspoon coarse salt, 1/2 teaspoon freshly ground pepper, 1½ pound large shrimp in their shells, 4 ounces butter, 2 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, 1 clove garlic, minced, 1 teaspoon curry powder. Directions: 1. Melt the butter over low heat in a large skillet. Combine all the ingredients except the shrimp. 2. Cook over medium-high heat for 5 to 10 minutes, stirring constantly until the sauce begins to brown. 3. Stir in the shrimp and coat well. Continue cooking for 5 minutes. 4. Serve and enjoy. Tuna with fiery coconut sauce. Tuna steak seared quickly in a sweet and fiery coconut sauce. A simple and delicious dish that's easy to prepare and full of flavour. Great for weeknight meals or parties. Ready in 30 minutes. Time 50 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 45 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 281. Carbs 2 gram. Fat 5 gram. Protein 53 gram. Ingredients: freshly ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon wasabi powder, salt, 6 1-inch thick tuna steaks, 1 can unsweetened coconut milk, Directions. 1. Mix the coconut milk and wasabi powder in a saucepan until the wasabi powder is completely dissolved. Set aside for 30 minutes. 2. Stir the coconut wasabi mixture until it simmers, constantly stirring. Lower the heat to medium and reduce the mixture to 1½ cups. This will take about 5 minutes. Add ½ teaspoon of salt. Turn off the heat. 3. Sprinkle salt and ground black pepper on the tuna steaks on both sides. Heat 2 large non-stick skillets over high heat. Add the tuna steaks when the skillets are very hot, almost smoking. Turn after 2 minutes. Cook for another 2 minutes or until the tuna is seared on the outside and still raw inside. 4. Let the tuna sit for 1 minute after removing it from the skillets. Warm the coconut wasabi sauce gently over low heat. Slice the tuna into 12-inch thick slices, top with the sauce and serve immediately. Red snapper with ginger soy sauce. This recipe for red snapper with ginger soy sauce makes a delicious weeknight dinner. Red snapper is a sought-after catch with a mild buttery taste and tender white flesh. Could we get into how well sesame oil and red snapper go together? Honestly, the earthy taste of the sesame oil blending with the pleasantly rich, flavorful taste of the red snapper makes a perfect pairing. To make it even better, I added rich ginger. Suitable for a weeknight meal, but elegant enough to serve at a dinner party. This dish is perfect. If snapper isn't available, try another firm, mildly flavored dish, such as striped bass, sea bass, rockfish or grouper. Time 40 minutes. Serving size 2. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 30 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 545. Carbs 3 gram. Fat 45 gram. Protein 33 gram. Ingredients. 1 tablespoon garlic, grated. 1 teaspoon fresh ginger, peeled and grated. 1 teaspoon sesame oil. 1 tablespoon soy sauce. 2 tablespoons peanut oil. 3/4 cup vegetable oil. 2 whole red snappers. Directions. 1. Add the vegetable oil to a depth of an 1/8 in a large non-stick sauté pan over medium heat. Place the fish in the hot oil. 2. Leaving the lid uncovered, cook for about 8 minutes. Keep an eye on the temperature during cooking. The oil should be simmering steadily. Make sure it does not boil over. Turn the fish over carefully and cook for about 8 minutes. 3. As the fish cooks, heat a medium sauté pan over medium heat. Pour in the peanut oil. Sauté the garlic and ginger until they begin to turn golden. Stir in the soy sauce and sesame oil. Set aside and keep warm. 4. Remove the fish from the oil carefully and allow them to dry on paper towels. Serve the fish hot with the sauce over it. Caribbean Shrimp Stew. Having been stuck at home during the winter and having no plans in the near future to travel, I thought I could enjoy a glimpse of the tropics from my kitchen. This Caribbean shrimp stew takes me there. An island-inspired broth is infused with tropical flavors, tangy with lime, fragrant with bay leaf, and peppery with Scotch bonnet. Time 1 hour and 25 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 15 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 453. Carbs 21 gram. Fat 6 gram. Protein 28 gram. Ingredients. 2 tablespoon lime juice. Salt. Ground black pepper. ½ cup tomato paste. ½ cup dry white wine. ½ cup lager beer. 1 small bell pepper thinly chopped. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 onion thinly chopped. 1 small tomato diced. A pound shrimp peeled and deveined. 1 bay leaf. 3 cloves garlic, minced. 3/4 teaspoon ground cumin, divided. Half a Scotch bonnet pepper, seeded and thinly sliced. 1/4 teaspoon ground cumin. 3 tablespoons thinly cut cilantro. Directions: 1. Stir together the shrimp, salt, cumin, lime juice and pepper in a bowl. Refrigerate for about an hour. 2. In a large non-stick skillet, heat the oil over medium heat. Cook the onion, pepper, tomato, garlic and half a teaspoon cumin for about 5 minutes or until lightly browned. 3. Add the tomato paste and cook for about 1 minute, stirring constantly to prevent burning. Add half a cup of the wine, half a cup of the beer and the bay leaf. Let boil. 4. Add the shrimp and lower the heat to medium-low. Let the shrimp simmer for about 5 minutes or until they are cooked through. Add more wine or beer if it is too dry. 5. Season with salt and pepper after removing the bay leaf. 6. Serve in warm bowls. Mustard and ginger salmon. Spicy Dijon mustard and ginger add a delicious flavour to salmon. This dish goes well with roasted vegetables. Time 20 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 15 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 180. Carbs 1 gram. Fat 12 grams. Protein 16 grams. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon water, 2 teaspoons minced ginger, 2 teaspoons minced garlic, 2 teaspoons Dijon mustard, 4 tablespoons butter, 4 cod fillets. Directions: 1. In a large heavy skillet, sauté the fish in the butter over medium heat, about 5 minutes per side. Transfer the fish to a plate. 2. Stir together the garlic, ginger, mustard and water in the skillet. Turn the fish over once, carefully to ensure both sides are coated with the sauce. Cook for a few more minutes and serve. Remove the sauce from the skillet and spoon it over the fish. Barbecued sea bass. Here's a quick recipe for barbecued sea bass. With fresh fish, it's certain to impress. Perfect for a backyard barbecue. Time 30 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 25 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 245. Carbs 0.5 gram. Fat 11 gram. Protein 34 gram. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon low-carb barbecue rub, a pound sea bass fillets, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 4 slices bacon. Directions: 1. Prepare the sea bass fillets by cutting them into serving portions. Rub the barbecue rub liberally on both sides. 2. Place a large skillet over medium heat and spray it with non-stick cooking spray. Snip the bacon into small pieces and place them directly in the skillet. Stir briefly. 3. As soon as the bacon starts to cook, clear space for the fish and place it in the pan. Close the lid and cook for 5 minutes. Flip the fish and stir the bacon so it cooks evenly. Let it cook for another 4 minutes. You don't want to overcook your fish, so check it at least once. 5. Once the fish is flaky, transfer to plates and garnish with bacon bits. In a skillet, pour the lemon juice, stir and drizzle it over the fish. 6. Serve. Spicy orange chili garlic lobster. Lobster tails can be difficult to prepare due to their high price. When a pound of lobster costs so much, it can be stressful to make a mistake. But don't worry, here's a simple lobster dish that's delicious. The chili garlic paste provides a spicy kick, and orange and lemon add a citrusy note. A delicious meal that everyone will enjoy. No one will suspect how simple it is to make. Time 30 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 20 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 144. Carbs 0.6 gram. Fat 7 gram. Protein 19 gram. Ingredients: 1/4 teaspoon orange extract, 1/2 teaspoon chili garlic paste, 1/2 teaspoon Splenda, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 tablespoons butter, 4 lobster tails. Directions: 1. Heat the broiler. 2. Split the lobster tails along the back of their shells. Place them on a broiler rack. 3. Melt the butter, then stir in the rest of the ingredients. Be sure to coat the lobster tails with this mixture, getting it down into the shell. Set the broiler on high and place the tails 6 inches under the broiler. 4. Broil for 10 minutes. Use a clean utensil each time you brush the butter mixture on the lobster. Serve. Pork. Roasted pork tenderloin. Grilling pork tenderloin is easy. Rub the tasty dry rub on the pork. Quickly sear it on a hot grill. The result is wonderfully moist and tasty, and it keeps well. So I often make 2 at the same time. Time 1 hour and 20 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 330. Carbs 5 gram. Fat 13 gram. Protein 45 gram. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 tablespoon minced ginger, 1½ pound pork tenderloin, 1 tablespoon canola oil, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, 1 clove garlic, grated, 1 tablespoon hot pepper sauce, 1 tablespoon Splenda, 2 teaspoons sliced green onion. Directions: 1. To make the marinade, in a large, resealable plastic bag, combine all the ingredients except for the pork and blend well. 2. Coat the pork tenderloin all over with the marinade. Refrigerate the pork overnight, turning it over at least once. 3. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Spray a shallow pan lightly with non-stick cooking spray. 4. Take the pork tenderloin out of the marinade. Set aside the marinade. 5. Put the pork in the prepared pan. Bake for 50 minutes, basting the pork occasionally with the reserved marinade, or until a meat thermometer registers 155 degrees Fahrenheit. Transfer the pork to a cutting board and loosely cover with aluminium foil. Let it cool for about 10 minutes before cutting it into thin slices. 6. Serve the pork on 4 dinner plates, overlapping the slices evenly. Savory dry rub baby back ribs. Slow-cooked ribs that are grilled quickly to give them a light char on the outside. The ribs are seasoned with a spicy and savory rub that brings out their flavor without overpowering it. Time: 2 hours and 15 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 2 hours and 15 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 600. Carbs 5 gram. Fat 42 gram. Protein 62 gram. Ingredients: 1/2 teaspoon coarse salt, 1/2 teaspoon dried thyme leaves, 1/2 teaspoon celery salt, 1/2 teaspoon dried oregano leaves, 1/2 teaspoon garlic salt, 1/2 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon paprika, 1 tablespoon Splenda or other artificial sweetener, 1 tablespoon coarsely ground pepper, 2 slabs baby back pork ribs. Directions: 1. In a small bowl, combine all the ingredients except the ribs and blend well. 2. Put the ribs in a large pan. Tenderize the meat by poking it between the bones with a fork. If you like spicy foods, apply a thick layer of the rub to each side or use less for a milder taste. Cover and refrigerate overnight. 3. Fill a grilling pan with water and place it off to one side of the grilling grate when you're ready to grill the ribs. Light the charcoal on the other half. When the charcoal is medium hot, spray a grill with non-stick vegetable spray and place the ribs over a water-filled grill pan and away from the heat. Ribs can be stacked after 1 hour. Switch sides. 4. Cover the grill with the lid slightly ajar and cook for 2 hours or until the meat thermometer reads 155 degrees Fahrenheit. The ribs should easily separate when pulled in opposite directions, or a skewer should easily pass between the bones. Cuban pork loin roast. When prepared correctly, Cuban pork loin roast is tender and delicious. It is perfect with a side of beans. It is a no-fuss recipe, but it is full of flavour. It takes a while to marinate, but it's a simple and easy dish to put together in a hurry. The night before, marinate the pork and bake it once you return home. Your home will smell wonderful. Time 6 hours and 25 minutes. Serving size 8. Prep time 15 minutes. Cook time 5 hours and 10 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 543. Carbs 0.3 gram. Fat 32 gram. Protein 60 gram. Ingredients: half a teaspoon ground pepper, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon dried oregano leaves, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 large clove of garlic, grated, a third cup orange juice, 2 tablespoon lime juice, 1 pork loin boneless roast, 3 pounds, trimmed and tied. Directions: 1. To make the marinade, combine all the ingredients except the pork and mix well. 2. Turn the roast so that it is coated on all sides. Refrigerate the bag for at least 3 hours, turning the pork after 1 hour. 3. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Put the roast in a baking dish and cover it with the marinade. Cook the pork for 2 hours, basting occasionally with the pan juices, or until the internal temperature reaches 150 degrees Fahrenheit. 4. If necessary, add more orange juice to the roasting pan. 5. Place the pork on a cutting board and loosely cover with aluminium foil. Let it cool for 10 minutes before thinly slicing it. 6. Serve the pork on 8 dinner plates, overlapping the slices evenly. Cheesy garlic pork chops. Cheesy garlic pork chops are easy to make in less than 30 minutes and are a great weeknight meal. I promise you these pork chops are absolutely delicious. Time 1 hour and 25 minutes. Serving size 8. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 15 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 369. Carbs 12 gram. Fat 22 gram. Protein 31 gram. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon brown sugar, 3 ounce grated cheddar cheese, 5 cups beef broth, 4 tablespoon canola oil, 4 teaspoon chopped garlic, 8 cups onions diced, 8 pork, fresh, loin center ribs, chops. Directions: 1. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. 2. Season the pork chops on both sides with salt and pepper. In a large sauté pan, heat 2 tablespoons of oil. 3. The pork chops should be cooked in batches, not crowded in the pan. Cook each side for about 5 minutes or until browned. If necessary, add more oil to the remaining chops. Arrange the brown chops in a large baking dish. 4. On medium heat, add the remaining oil to the sauté pan. The onions should be cooked slowly until they begin to brown. 5. Add sugar and continue to cook. stirring until the onions are well browned. 6. Add the garlic and cook for 1 more minute. 7. Add the onions and beef broth to the chops. The liquid should just cover the chops. Cover the dish with foil and bake for 1 hour, or until it is cooked through. 8. Once the dish is finished, remove the cover and top with cheese. Bake for another 5 minutes, or until the cheese has melted and turned a golden brown. Simple braised pork chops. Bone-in pork chops are the most flavorful, although boneless chops or succulent ribs are also delicious. Simple braised pork chops goes well with sautéed broccoli or a green salad as a filling meal for the whole family. Time 1 hour. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 50 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 404. Carbs 2 gram. Fat 33 gram. Protein 20 gram. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon garlic, finely grated. 1 teaspoon chopped basil leaves. 4 tablespoon olive oil. 4 1-inch thick center-cut loin pork chops. 1 tablespoon chopped rosemary leaves. 1 tablespoon chopped sage leaves. 1 teaspoon salt. 1 tablespoon finely chopped parsley. Black pepper. 2 tablespoons butter. 3/4 cup dry white wine. Directions: 1. Mix the sage, rosemary, basil, garlic, salt and pepper with 2 tablespoons of the olive oil in a medium mixing bowl. 2. Make sure both sides of the chops are coated with the herb mixture. 3. In a large heavy skillet, melt the butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 4. Once the foam subsides, brown the chops for 3 minutes on each side, carefully turning them. Remove the chops from the pan when they are golden brown. Keep warm. 5. Remove all but a thin layer of fat from the bottom of the skillet, retaining the brown bits on the bottom. 6. Deglaze the pan with half a cup of white wine. 7. Cover the pan and reduce the heat to the lowest setting. Chops should be cooked for 30 minutes or until they can be pierced with a sharp knife. 8. Place the chops on a heated platter. 9. Pour the remaining 1/4 cup of wine into the skillet. Stir and scrape any brown bits from the bottom and sides of the pan as you boil it, until you have a syrupy glaze. 10. Turn off the heat and remove the skillet. 11. Serve the sauce over the pork chops. Island pork steaks. This island pork steaks recipe has become a family tradition, and it is also a favourite of mine. The pork chops are tender and flavourful. Leaving the bone in adds a lot of flavour. Using lime as an ingredient, our marinade contains natural enzymes to make the meat tender. Time 1 hour and 35 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 25 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 560. Carbs 3 gram. Fat 42 gram. Protein 39 gram. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon ground allspice, 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1/4 cup chopped onion, 1/4 cup lime juice, 1 teaspoon Splenda, 3 cloves garlic, minced, ½ teaspoon dried thyme, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1½ pound pork shoulder steaks, 1 teaspoon cayenne, 1/4 cup chicken broth. Directions: 1. Place the pork steaks on a large plate. Sprinkle the allspice, nutmeg, thyme and cayenne over both sides of the pork. Leave the steak to sit for 45 minutes. 2. Over medium heat. Heat the olive oil in a large heavy skillet and add the pork steaks. On each side, cook them for 7 minutes. The steak should be golden brown and cook through. Cover with a spare pot lid to keep warm. 3. Cook the onion in the skillet until it is just translucent. 4. Stir in the lime juice, chicken broth, Splenda and garlic. 5. Increase the heat and simmer the sauce until it has reduced by about half. 6. Pour the sauce over the pork and serve. Pork tenderloin with pineapple glaze. Sweet and savoury, this pork tenderloin, slathered in tangy pineapple glaze, is juicy, tangy and utterly delicious. The flavours are incredible, and it's so easy to make. Pork tenderloin takes less than 30 minutes. Time, 25 minutes. Serving size, 4. Prep time, 5 minutes. Cook time, 20 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories, 200. Carbs, 3 gram. Fat, 10 gram. Protein, 23 gram. Ingredients: 3/4 pound boneless pork loin, half a teaspoon soy sauce, 2 teaspoons cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons Splenda, 2 tablespoons canned crushed pineapple in juice, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon minced garlic. Directions: 1. Pound the pork until it is about 1/4 inches thick. Cook the pork in a heavy skillet over medium-high heat, covered with a lid. Let it cook for 5 minutes on each side. 2. Brown the pork while you mix the pineapple, vinegar, Splenda, mustard, soy sauce and garlic. Add this mixture to the skillet after the pork is browned on both sides. Flip the pork to coat. 3. Place the lid back on the pan and cook for 2 minutes. Then turn, recover and cook for another 2 minutes. 4. Serve the pork on serving plates, scraping any remaining liquid from the pan over it. Grilled apple mustard pork steaks. Grilled apple mustard pork steaks are cut from the pig's shoulder and are a delicious cut of meat. Follow this grilled apple mustard pork steaks recipe for a tasty and delicious meal that is ready in an hour. Time, 1 hour. Serving size, 4. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 50 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories, 476. Carbs, 7 gram. Fat, 28 gram. Protein, 44 gram. Ingredients: a pound pork shoulder steaks, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons Splenda, 1 clove garlic, 2 teaspoons soy sauce, half a teaspoon grated ginger, 2 teaspoons Dijon mustard. Directions: 1. Put the pork steaks on a plate. Combine all the other ingredients. Set aside some marinade for basting and pour the remainder over the steaks. 2. Toss the steaks once or twice to coat them. Let them sit for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the grill. 3. Grill the pork steaks for 10 minutes per side, basting frequently with the marinade. 4. Any leftover marinade can be boiled and poured over the steaks before serving. Beef. Chipotle marinated beef flank steak. Give chipotle marinated beef flank steak some time to marinate in orange juice, chilies and garlic before grilling. You love it. Time, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Serving size, 4. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories, 360. Carbs, 4 gram. Fat, 17 gram. Protein, 45 gram. Ingredients: half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, half a teaspoon ground cumin, half a cup orange juice, 2 chipotle chilies, minced, 1 tablespoon red wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, 1 clove garlic, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 flank steak. Directions: to make the marinade. 1. Combine all the ingredients except the steak into a large zip-top bag and mix thoroughly. 2. Turn the flank steak to coat all sides. Refrigerate the steak for 2 hours, turning the steak at least once. 3. Spray a broiler pan lightly with non-stick cooking spray. 4. The flank steak should be removed from the marinade. Throw away the marinade. Place the flank steak on a broiler pan and place under a preheated broiler, 5 inches from the heat, 5 minutes on each side, until the meat thermometer reads 145 degrees. Slice the flank steak diagonally across the grain. 5. Serve. Alternative: grill the flank steak over medium heat on a grill coated with non-stick vegetable spray. Grill the steak for 1 minute on each side. Cook the steak for 6 minutes on each side. Beef tenderloin with mushroom sauce. Beef tenderloin with a rich, homemade mushroom sauce is a delicious combination. A perfect dish that's easy to prepare and fuss-free. It takes less than an hour to prepare the entire meal. It's an elegant meal to serve to your loved ones. Season with your favorite spice blend, but not so much as to overpower the savory mushroom sauce. Pair it with a fresh salad, and you've got a meal to die for. Time: 1 hour and 40 minutes. Serving size: 4. Prep time: 10 minutes. Cook time: 1 hour and 30 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 590, carbs 8 gram, fat 39 gram, protein 53 gram. Ingredients: an 1/8 teaspoon ground pepper, 1 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon grated fresh ginger, 1 cup whipping cream, 1½ pound beef tenderloin, 1 tablespoon butter at room temperature, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, 2 tablespoons rice wine, 2 tablespoons canola oil, 3 tablespoons soy sauce, 8 ounces sliced fresh button mushrooms. Directions: 1. In a small bowl, combine 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 tablespoon rice wine, mustard and pepper. Place aside. 2. In a pan, place the beef tenderloin. Spread the butter over the top. Cook for 20 minutes. 3. Apply the soy sauce mixture to the beef after 20 minutes. Continue to bake for an additional 25 minutes, basting occasionally, or until the meat thermometer reads 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove the beef tenderloin from the oven. Remove the aluminium foil. 4. To make the mushroom sauce. 5. Combine the whipping cream, the remaining 2 tablespoons soy sauce, the remaining 1 tablespoon rice wine, and the sesame oil in a small bowl. 6. Over medium heat. Heat a medium skillet. Stir the canola oil and ginger into the bottom of the pan to coat it evenly. 7. Sauté the mushrooms for 3 minutes or until tender. 8. Over medium-high heat. Add the whipping cream mixture and bring to a boil. 9. Stir occasionally during the boiling process for 5 minutes or until the sauce thickens. 10. Slice the beef tenderloin and top with the mushroom sauce. Chipotle cheeseburgers. Bring some pizzazz to your casual meal with these tasty chipotle burgers. Ground turkey can be substituted in place of the beef, along with your preferred cheese. Time 1 hour and 30 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 25 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 390, carbs 1 gram, fat 18 gram, Protein 53 gram. Ingredients: half a cup chopped cilantro, half a teaspoon salt, quarter cup minced onion, 2 cloves garlic, 2 pounds ground beef, 6 ounce cheddar cheese, sliced, 6 chipotle chilies, minced. Directions: 1. Mix everything except the cheese in a large bowl until well blended. Form into 6 1-inch thick patties. Place the burgers in the refrigerator to chill for an hour. This will make grilling easier. 2. You'll want your grill on medium. Grill the burgers for 10 minutes per side or until the juices run clear. 3. Top the burgers with the cheese and let it melt when they're almost done. 4. Serve. 1 skillet ground beef stroganoff. 1 skillet ground beef stroganoff is a fast and delicious weeknight meal, sure to please the entire family. Time 25 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 5 minutes. Cook time 20 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 485, carbs 11 gram, fat 30 gram, protein 40 gram. Ingredients: a pound ground beef, 1 medium onion, 1 clove garlic, 4 ounce mushrooms drained, 1 teaspoon liquid beef broth concentrate, 2 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon paprika, 3/4 cup sour cream. Directions: 1. In a heavy skillet over medium heat, brown and crumble the ground beef. When the bottom of the pan is a little greased, add the onion and garlic and cook until the beef is no longer pink. 2. Remove the excess grease. 3. Stir in the mushrooms, broth concentrate, Worcestershire sauce and paprika. 4. Add salt and pepper to taste, then stir in the sour cream. 5. Don't let it boil, but heat it through. Ground beef veggie stir fry. Easy to prepare, this ground beef stir fry is loaded with veggies and is perfect for weeknight dinners or meal prepping. You just need a few ingredients for the sauce and some veggies, and you'll have a delicious dinner ready in no time. Time 35 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 25 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 485, carbs 11 gram, fat 30 gram, protein 40 gram. Ingredients: half a cup chopped walnuts, 1 medium onion, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 2 cloves garlic, 1½ teaspoon grated ginger, 2 cups frozen green beans, a pound ground beef, 3 tablespoon dry sherry, peanut oil. Directions: 1. Combine 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1½ tablespoon sherry and the garlic. Mix the soy sauce marinade into the ground beef. 2. In a wok or large heavy skillet, heat 3 tablespoons of oil over high heat. Cook the walnuts in the skillet for a couple of minutes until crispy. Drain and set aside. 3. Stir fry small pieces of the ground beef mixture until cooked through. Drain the beef. 4. Remove the fat and oil from the skillet and add a few tablespoons of fresh oil. Add the green beans, onion and ginger. Cook until the vegetables are tender. 5. Add the beef back to the pan and stir everything together. Add the remaining soy sauce and sherry. 6. Serve. Flank steak with coriander and garlic. Grilled flank steaks are my favorite. Simple to cook and affordable, this flavorful and lean beef cut can be prepared in a number of ways. My go-to grilled flank steak preparation is a quick dip in a flavorful marinade made of olive oil, cilantro, soy sauce, garlic and a dash of lemon juice. Time 2 hours and 35 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 2 hours and 25 minutes. Nutritional facts: Calories 415. Carbs 3 gram. Fat 21 gram. Protein 48 gram. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 2 tablespoons ground coriander, 2 cloves garlic, 1.5 pound flank steak, 1/4 cup red wine, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh cilantro. Directions: 1. Mix lemon juice, soy sauce, oil, coriander and garlic together in a plastic bag. Mix the marinade ingredients by squeezing the bag. Make sure that the steak is evenly coated by squeezing the bag. Put the steak in the refrigerator for 2 hours, turning occasionally. 2. Set the grill to high heat. Clean and lightly oil the grill grate to prevent sticking. 3. Take the steak out of the marinade. Add the red wine to the marinade in a small saucepan. Sprinkle both sides of the steaks with pepper. Grill the steaks on each side for about 5 minutes, or to the desired doneness. Cover the meat with foil and allow it to rest for about 15 minutes. 4. The marinade should be brought to a boil, then reduced to a simmer and cooked until slightly reduced. 5. With a fine sieve, strain the sauce into a bowl. Thinly slice the steak and arrange on a serving platter. Spoon the sauce over the steak. Top with chopped cilantro. 6. Serve. All-meat chili. This all-meat chili recipe is rich, savoury and bursting with flavourful ground beef and tomatoes. This meat lover's delight is a mouth-watering treat that everyone will enjoy. It's easy to make, makes a great meal prep dish and freezes well. Time 1 hour and 20 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 355. Carb 17 gram. Fat 10 gram. Protein 50 gram. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 cup chopped onion, 2 pounds ground beef, 2 teaspoons dried oregano, 3 cloves garlic, 14.5 ounce tomatoes with green chilies, 4 ounce tomato sauce, 4 teaspoon ground cumin, 2 teaspoon unsweetened cocoa powder. Directions: 1. Cook the beef in a skillet over medium-high heat until it has browned and crumbled. 2. Remove the grease before adding the remaining ingredients. Mix well. 3. Cover the pot. Reduce the heat to low and simmer for 30 minutes. 4. Continue simmering for another 20 minutes or until the chili is thick. 5. Add grated cheese, sour cream, onion or other low-carb condiments. Alternatives: this recipe can be adapted to suit everyone's tastes. If your guests like beans with their chili, heat up some kidney beans or black beans and let them spoon them into their bowls. If you prefer your chili hotter, add crushed red pepper to spice it up. Tenderloin with rich shiitake sauce. Simple enough to prepare as a family meal, but impressive enough for discerning guests. The mushrooms and orange zest combine to create a delicious and savoury sauce. Time 1 hour and 5 minutes. Serving size 6. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 55 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 510. Carbs 17 gram. Fat 29 gram. Protein 45 gram. Ingredients: 1 cup heavy whipping cream, half a cup rice wine, 1/4 cup unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon fresh ginger finely minced, 2 tablespoons tamari, 1 tablespoon honey, 2 pounds beef tenderloin, olive oil, 5 ounce shiitake mushrooms, 3/4 teaspoon grated orange zest, 1 teaspoon Asian chili paste. Directions: 1. Heat grill to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Sprinkle salt and pepper over the beef. 3. Grill the beef for 30 minutes, turning every 10 minutes until the internal temperature reaches 135 degrees for medium rare. 4. For at least 10 minutes, let the meat rest in a warm place to allow the juices to reabsorb. 5. Heat a large sauté pan over high heat. 6. Add the butter and ginger and continue stirring for about 3 minutes. 7. Add the mushrooms and cook for about 4 minutes, stirring frequently. 8. Stir in whipping cream, rice wine, tamari, honey, orange zest and chili paste. Bring to a boil, stir constantly and simmer until thickened. 9. Cut the meat into 4 equal portions and plate. 10. Spread the sauce over the beef. Lamb. Butterflied leg of lamb. Butterflied lamb leg has the bone removed, so that the meat is flat and fairly even. As a result, the lamb cooks faster than a whole roast, opening it up to a variety of flavours. We're going savoury today. Red wine, rosemary, lots of marjoram, flavours that pair well with lamb. Time 4 hours and 50 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 4 hours and 40 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 477. Carbs 1 gram. Fat 25 gram. Protein 58 gram. Ingredients: 1½ tablespoon chopped fresh rosemary, ½ teaspoon salt, ½ teaspoon ground pepper, 1 boneless leg of lamb, 2 tablespoon red wine vinegar, 2 teaspoon dried marjoram, 1 tablespoon cold water, 2 teaspoon dried thyme, 3 tablespoon olive oil. Directions: 1. Pound the thicker portion of the lamb with a meat mallet to the same thickness as the rest of the meat. To make the marinade: 1. Mix the rest of the ingredients in a resealable plastic bag. Place the lamb in the bag and turn to coat all over. The lamb should be refrigerated for 4 hours, turning it at least once. 2. Remove the lamb from the marinade. Throw out the marinade when you are ready to grill it. 3. Grill the lamb over medium hot, using a non-stick vegetable spray. Brown the lamb on both sides for 1 minute. 4. Cook the lamb for 30 minutes, turning every 10 minutes, or until a meat thermometer reads 160 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. Let it cool for at least 10 minutes before slicing it thinly. 6. Serve the lamb on 6 dinner plates, overlapping the slices evenly. Alternative: 1. Prepare the lamb in the oven by preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, lightly spraying a roasting pan with non-stick spray and arranging the lamb in the pan. 2. Bake for 45 minutes or until the meat thermometer reads 160 degrees Fahrenheit for medium. Lamb vindaloo. This lamb vindaloo is a spicy red Indian curry made with succulent lamb chunks simmered in a vindaloo sauce flavoured with cayenne pepper, vinegar, garlic and spices. An incredibly flavourful Goan lamb recipe with a tart flavour and a hint of sweetness. Pair this lamb vindaloo curry with steamed veggies. Time 2 hours and 50 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 2 hours 40 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 333. Carbs 11 gram. Fat 15 gram. Protein 38 gram. Ingredients: ½ teaspoon salt, ½ teaspoon ground cardamom, ½ teaspoon ground cinnamon, ½ cup chopped onion, 2 large cloves, garlic, grated, 1 shoulder of lamb, 1½ pound, cubed, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 cup chicken broth, half a teaspoon ground pepper, half a teaspoon cayenne pepper, half a cup chopped cilantro, 1 ounce fresh ginger, grated, 1½ teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon ground coriander, 2 teaspoon dry mustard, 1 tablespoon ground turmeric, half a cup white wine vinegar, half a teaspoon ground cloves. Directions: to make the lamb vindaloo, marinade: 1. In a large, resealable plastic bag. Combine the white wine vinegar, garlic, ginger, turmeric, mustard, cumin, coriander, salt, pepper, cayenne, cardamom, cinnamon and cloves. 2. Coat the lamb all over with the coating. 3. Refrigerate the lamb for at least 2 hours, turning it at least once. 4. Over medium heat, heat a large skillet. 5. Pour the olive oil into the pan and swirl it evenly to coat the bottom. 6. Add the onion and cook for 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. 7. Over medium-high heat, sauté the lamb and lamb vindaloo. Marinate for 5 minutes, stirring frequently. 8. Stir in the chicken broth and cilantro and bring to a boil. 9. Simmer the lamb over low heat for 40 minutes or until it is tender. Lamb chops with red peppers. Garlic and lamb are both strong flavours that go well together. The rich chops and savoury sauce are complemented by sweet red peppers. Time 30 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 20 minutes. Nutritional facts: calories 579, carbs 6 gram, fat 43 gram, protein 39 gram. Ingredients: 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 clove garlic, minced, 2 large bell peppers thinly sliced, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon ground pepper, 1/4 teaspoon ground pepper, 1/4 cup white wine, 1 teaspoon dried sage leaves, 4 tablespoon olive oil, 1 teaspoon dried rosemary, 4 to 6 ounce loin pork chops. Directions: 1. Over medium heat, heat a large non-stick skillet. 2. Pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan and swirl it to coat the bottom evenly. Stir in the red peppers. Cook for 5 minutes, covered. 3. Cook the garlic, rosemary, sage, salt and pepper for 1 minute, stirring constantly. 4. Over high heat, add the wine and bring to a boil. 5. Take the skillet off the heat. Wrap loosely with aluminium foil and set aside. 6. Sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides of the pork chops. 7. Over medium heat, heat a large non-stick skillet. Coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil. Add the pork chops to the pan and sauté for 5 minutes on each side. 8. Serve a pork chop on each dinner plate and top with red peppers. Italian-style lamb stew. Slow cooking this lamb dish enhances its flavour. Make sure you simmer it gently, as lamb will become tough if it is boiled. Time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour. Nutritional facts: calories 573, carbs 6 gram, fat 26 gram, protein 66 gram. Ingredients: half a cup chopped onion, 1 tablespoon Italian seasoning, 2 pound lamb fillet, 1 cup dry red wine, 3 cups beef stock, half a cup tomatoes, diced, half a cup diced carrots, 1 tablespoon minced garlic, 2 tablespoon olive oil. Directions: 1. Cut the meat into 1-inch cubes after trimming the fat from the lamb. 2. Add salt and pepper to the lamb. Heat the oil in a large Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Brown the lamb. 3. Remove the lamb with a slotted spoon and set aside. 4. Add the onions and carrots to the fat in the pan and cook for about 5 minutes until tender. 5. Cook the garlic for 1 minute. 6. Bring the lamb, tomatoes, herbs, half a teaspoon salt, quarter teaspoon pepper, red wine and stock to a boil. 7. Cover the pot and simmer for about 45 minutes until the lamb is tender. 8. Serve in warm bowls. Lamb meatballs with jerk sauce. A delicious Caribbean-inspired dish. These lamb jerk meatballs are to die for. They are made from scratch lamb balls stuffed with sweet onion and topped with a Caribbean-inspired sauce, completing the island-inspired flavor profile. Time 3 hours and 30 minutes. Serving size 12. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 3 hours and 20 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 82. Carbs 1 gram. Fat 5 gram. Protein 8 gram. Ingredients for meatballs: a pound ground lamb, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 bay leaf, quarter cup minced onion, quarter teaspoon dry mustard, 2 teaspoon lemon juice, half a teaspoon Splenda, 1 teaspoon ground anise seed, 1 clove garlic, minced, half a teaspoon salt, 1 egg, quarter teaspoon ground coriander, quarter teaspoon ground turmeric. For sauce, 1 tablespoon lime juice, 1½ teaspoon hot pepper sauce, 2 cloves garlic, crushed, quarter cup low-carb ketchup, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, quarter teaspoon dried thyme, 1 teaspoon ground allspice, 1 tablespoon grated ginger, quarter cup minced onion, quarter teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon Splenda, 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Directions to make the meatballs. 1. Put the lamb, egg, minced onion, coriander, turmeric, anise seed, minced garlic, dry mustard, lemon juice, Splenda and salt in a large mixing bowl. 2. Using clean hands, mash it all together until it's well blended. Make 1-inch meatballs, pressing them firmly together. 3. In a large heavy skillet, heat the oil over medium heat and brown the meatballs in 2 batches. Place the bay leaf in the bottom of the slow cooker and then add the meatballs on top. To make the sauce. 1. Combine the minced onion, allspice, ginger, soy sauce, thyme, cinnamon, Splenda, garlic, ketchup, lemon juice, lime juice and hot pepper sauce. 2. Spread the sauce evenly over the meatballs. 3. Put the slow cooker on low. Cover it and let it cook for 3 hours. 4. Serve hot. Remove the bay leaf before serving. Orange lamb burgers. Tender, flavorful and seasoned to perfection with cumin, garlic, zesty orange and a dash of cilantro. These mouth-watering lamb burgers deserve a place on the best burgers list ever. Make sure you add your favorite fresh toppings. These lamb burgers are perfect for a cookout. Time 30 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 20 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 233. Carbs 4 gram. Fat 9 gram. Protein 34 gram. Ingredients: a pound ground lamb, quarter teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1½ tablespoon soy sauce, 2 tablespoon orange juice, 2 tablespoon chopped cilantro, quarter large red onion, half a teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon minced garlic, 2 teaspoon grated orange zest. Directions: 1. Preheat your grill. 2. In a food processor, chop the red onion and garlic, to a medium consistency. 3. Combine onion and garlic with the lamb, cumin, soy sauce, orange zest, orange juice, cilantro, salt and pepper. 4. Mix everything together with clean hands until it's well blended. 5. Form the mixture into 4 burgers and grill. 6. Cook for 10 minutes and serve. Curried lamb. Craving lamb curry? Try this recipe on the stovetop or using a pressure cooker. In this recipe, slow cooking ensures juicy lamb. Steamed vegetables complete the meal. Time 50 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 40 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 250. Carbs 5 gram. Fat 15 gram. Protein 24 gram. Ingredients: 1 clove garlic, 1 large onion, 1 tablespoon curry powder, 3 tablespoon butter, a pound lean lamb, cubed. Directions: 1. In a heavy skillet, over medium heat, melt the butter. 2. Stir in the curry powder and cook for 1 minute. 3. Stir in the garlic, onion and lamb. 4. Stirring frequently, cook the lamb for 40 minutes or until it is cooked through. 5. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Gobi gosht, lamb and cauliflower stew. This delicious lamb curry with cauliflower, onions, peppers and spices is a great dish for the whole family. This hearty and flavorful meat dish will have you licking your lips with glee. Time 1 hour and 15 minutes. Serving size 4. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 1 hour and 5 minutes. Nutritional facts. Calories 298. Carbs 10 gram. Fat 17 gram. Protein 27 gram. Ingredients: a pound lean lamb, half a cup plain yogurt, 2 teaspoon pepper, half a head cauliflower, chopped, 2 teaspoon red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1½ teaspoon ground cumin, 2 tablespoon butter, 1 onion, chopped, 4 cloves garlic, minced, 2 teaspoon grated ginger. Directions: 1. Cut the lamb into cubes after trimming it well. 2. Mix it with the garlic, ginger, red pepper, cumin and pepper in a mixing bowl. 3. Stir the lamb cubes evenly to coat them with the dry marinade and let them sit for at least 20 minutes. 4. In a large skillet, melt the butter and add the olive oil. Add the onion and saute until it is translucent and golden. 5. Add the yogurt and stir until smooth. 6. Stir in the lamb cubes and coat well. Cook the lamb cubes on low heat until they are no longer pink and all the excess water has evaporated. 7. Now add 1 cup of water and simmer until the liquid has been reduced by half. 8. Place the cauliflower on top, cover and simmer for 15 minutes or until the cauliflower is tender. 9. After 5 minutes, remove the cover, boil off the extra liquid and season with salt to taste. 10. Serve. Conclusion. The turning point in my life came when I stopped counting calories in order to lose weight and improve my health. I will never look at nutrition and health in the same way again. I hope this book has been a similar journey for you, and that the information and recipes will guide you through your low-carb journey. Low-calorie diets are dangerous. Dieting is a complex and potentially dangerous process that should not be taken lightly. How many magazines address this issue? All of them suggest that weight loss is always good. When you think you need to lose weight, consult your doctor to ensure it is advisable. It is especially crucial if you're slightly obese and considering a crash diet, since you are at greater risk of sudden cardiac death. Diet safely, even under medical supervision. Serious health risks, exist on liquid protein diets. Yo-yo dieting is a dangerous phenomenon in which rapid weight loss is accompanied by weight gain, over and over again. Yo-yo dieting is more dangerous than maintaining a steady weight. Waist to hip ratio. Health-wise, weight is less important than how it is carried. An excellent way of knowing whether you should lose weight is if your waist measurement is larger than your hip measurement. For women, your waist should measure no more than 80% of your hips. Men's waist should not exceed their hips. Upper body fat poses a greater health risk in both sexes than fat around the hips and thighs. Most people find it easier to lose fat around the middle than around the lower body. So many people could reap the benefits of a low-carb diet, but don't. I think that's the greatest injustice of all. Do you know anyone with the following illnesses that can be improved on a low-carb diet? Diabetes, hypertension, epilepsy, heart disease, metabolic syndrome, IBS, etc. Isn't it time they learned about a nutritional plan other than medications and medical treatments? Of course they do. That's why I wrote this book. To provide accurate, helpful information about low-carb dieting in simple terms. I wanted to provide information, insight and experience to help people feel comfortable about pursuing a low-carb diet to improve their health. We are living longer, but we are also sicker, and many people will suffer years of poor health before they die. The majority of chronic diseases doctors treat daily can be attributed to eating a diet rich in sugar and processed food. If the principles of a low-carb diet are followed, you will never become overweight, and it's much healthier.